Started now. I can find the button for it. Okay, so we shall do a quick recap of our session. Welcome back. You guys are in Tiamat's infernal prison, in an area of her lair, Avernus, first layer of the Nine Hells. You guys arrived to find that Bell had taken up the position of Tiamat's commander, and as he reveled in the blood sport of watching Abishai rip soul shells apart, he grew bored very quickly of the show and he headed off, and you guys pursued him. You discovered this large chamber with these churning 5 pillars of elemental energy, each one linked to a particular type of dragon, from a white dragon to a red dragon, all the different elements. You weren't quite sure the purpose of them, but you did know that one of them was a little bit different, a bit unique. It showed the inside of the caldera of the volcano, which is Tiamat's temple. So close. You can see the inner area of the temple, and you presume it will teleport you right to Tiamat. And you guys may have pondered if now was the time to strike. However, Barrock suggested that doing so would probably be a suicide mission, and he tried to not let anything slip as to why he thought that, but it inadvertently blurred out a little bit of information. Now, as you've soon discovered, there was an angel kept in imprisonment here, Oriel, sent from the heavens to view what's happening here. However, she was corrupted like many other angels are when they enter this hellish plane, and in fact she seemed to want to try and prove herself to Bell, so she led you guys right to Bell's office, where she turned on you guys and a long, grueling fight erupted. Bell, being a former commander, the former ruler of Avernus, was very tough indeed, almost an impenetrable defense, and a long, grueling fight sort of broke out, and you guys emerged victorious. And in the wake of that long, grueling battle, you guys sort of collapsed to the ground and rested. I think you guys also got another boon. Is that right?
That is correct, and I was going to make a comment about 4 crits in a row by Krusk had nothing to do with the winning the battle. Nothing at all.
It was very hard for you guys to face Bell because he had this captivating presence, and you just felt like you should bow before him, even though he's probably not your true leader, or is he? So we'll just go around now and see what boons everyone took. I'll start off with Dash.
Well, that's a great question, because I'm sitting here trying to decide. And I'm down between another 9th level spell slot, shield, or...
You can't take the same boon twice. Unless...
Well, then that helps me, because now it's...
Well, there's a different version of the 9th. You can take one where you can recast any spell that you've already cast. And then one where you just get another 9th level. I think there's 2 separate boons.
Yeah, there's one where you can recover a spell slot.
Yep.
It's a little bit different than gaining an extra spell slot, of course.
Yeah, it is. I think I'm going to take the boon of spell mastery.
Alrighty.
I'm going to take a 1st level sorcerer warlock wizard spell that I can cast, and now cast it as the lowest level without expending the spell slot.
Alrighty. So you can, basically cast a 1st level spell indefinitely. Alright, as you finish the battle and you wake up a time later, you find your hands permanently glowing a particular color. What color do you think they would glow?
I think they would glow teal blue.
Alrighty, there is this permanent teal blue aura surrounding your hands. You can visibly see the arcane weave dancing around your fingers.
Okay, point of order. now I'm pissed off because I was going to do the exact same thing, and I wasn't going to say teal green, but I was going to say blue, and now I got to make it a different color, you bastard.
You guys really are in a game together. Alright, so Ivan, same thing with you. You find your hands surrounded by this arcane energy.
Black.
Alright, it's a very...
You took blue, but blue was going to be my color. Now, it wasn't teal blue, but it was going to be blue.
You could pick, like, Volkswagen Bug Baby Blue.
Yeah, I could do that. But no, we'll say black.
Okay. You have this dark energy. Almost like a veil of shadows surrounding your hands. And... Rocky, what boon did you take?
I have the boon of Fire Soul.
Alrighty, the boon of Fire Soul. Good choice. You
Yeah, I was tempted to do that, but couldn't bring myself to do it.
Immune to fire damage, and you're constantly surrounded by this faint, harmless, glowing fire. Alrighty, in the morning you want to cast Ceremony on Ivan, correct?
Yep, and then we're gonna have a big breakfast.
Alrighty, so in the morning you're using Hero's Feast?
Yep, we're using Hero's Feast for all of us in the room before the others take off to do whatever they do while they're not here. Whoa.
Alrighty, how many bowls are you down to?
How many what?
I think we've got 3, but once we do this, we'll be down to 2. So...
Yeah. It is only...
I'm sorry, no, I was wrong. 4. So this will be down to 3.
Okay.
So we're... Okay.
Alrighty. Everyone has that Hero's Feast, so recalculate what your max hit points should be, and then apply the new 2d10. Again, you guys are immune to poison, frightened.
That
Have
sucks!
advantage on wisdom saves.
Oh my god.
Not as bad as mine. Oh no, yours looks worse. I'm sorry. I thought mine sucked, and then I saw yours.
You're welcome.
Then I'm a believer.
Alrighty, as you've prepared this feast, it takes only 10 minutes to cast. Do it as everyone's putting on their armor and preparing their spells. After you've prepared your spells, I guess. And then you want to cast Ceremony. I presume you have 25 GP worth of powdered silver?
We have silver. So, let me check the...
And a disintegrate spell?
You can just
powder up.
If you've got some silver pieces, you can just pound them into a fine powder.
That's what I was taking. Yeah, it's 250
You're gonna
silver.
need something. You're gonna need more than a rock to pound silver into dust. A magic weapon will do, though.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right.
Hey, there's a nice new short sword. I'll use that.
You pound some silver into a dust, and then what do you say to Ivan?
Come on, back to the light side. We don't have cookies, but you know, we're what's right. Let your conscience be your guide. That little cricket on your shoulder says, "Join us."
All right, it's an hour-long ritual.
Remember your husband and kids.
How do you feel about this, Ivan?
Funny.
You know, believe it or not, I've actually given this thought, and the you know, there are a couple ways to look at it, but one thing is the you know, from lawful evil, the reason where he's interested in it because he wants to have access to that sword, and it's all about being better prepared and stronger so that we can meet and defeat this thing. So that's at least my way of looking at it.
You want to use the sword?
Yeah, because it's it'll give advantage on all spell saves with everybody, with him especially, and everybody within 10 feet of me, and all magical effects. So that was actually his reason on being even mildly interested in it.
Okay.
That was my hook to get him to turn to the light side.
Alrighty. So make an insight check, Rocky.
Insight.
Yeah. don't
Good
forget
roll.
your guidance.
All right.
Wow, you didn't even need it.
You place your hand on Ivan's arm, and after the ritual is over, your original alignment is restored, Ivan. Whatever that was.
What was
Okay.
your original alignment?
Chaotic good.
Okay.
Alright, still you still need to unattune to an item and then spend another short rest to attune to it, so you
Okay.
it will be a process to attune to that artifact, provided Oriel will accept you. But you're on the road to doing that.
Okay. And the next question is, because I think Krusk, you're on, aren't you?
Yep.
Thought I heard him. So, were you going to be interested in the demon armor?
I'm not actually. Because of the attunement of it, it would actually appear. Yeah, I'm actually better off with +3 plate mail that is not attuned.
So what does the demon armor do? It's not going to fit me
+5.
anyway. I'm a dwarf, right?
It fits you. There's no. It's magical, so it like reshapes to fit you. I mean, it was on a pit fiend, so. It requires attunement, and it's plate mail that gives you an extra +5 bonus to your AC, and allows you to speak abyssal. And it also has these clawed gauntlets that turns your unarmed strikes into magical weapons that deal slashing damage, and also give you a +1 bonus and a damage die of D8.
And
See what I have
you're,
to do.
I believe we also have a +5 shield, and I think the only person that uses shields are you and me. And I'm assuming you would want the +5 shield.
Oh, I can use a +5 shield, definitely.
Okay, and you currently have a +3 shield, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
The
So
shield
can we
doesn't
swap?
need attunement, right?
No,
Nope.
shield doesn't need
So-
attunement.
All right. So then, yeah, I'll take the +5 and you take the +3.
All right.
And
And do you
for
want to
item-
use the?
Yeah, I have my girdle and the hammer are two attunement things I have, and the prayer beads.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. So
And I could get rid of the prayer beads. I mean, how much
Yeah.
if we really use them?
Probably
okay.
use the armor more.
All right.
Again,
I mean, it's your choice.
it takes you 1 short rest to attune to an item, and then another one to.
But I
attune
need to
it.
do it too, so we'll have 2 hours that we'll do that.
All right, you guys want to take a short rest first thing in the morning?
Well, I was thinking part of our rest last night we could have unattuned.
It doesn't work
until-
that way.
Yeah. All right.
It's a long rest and a short rest, 2 completely different things. All right, you guys start milling about in the morning, and within 10 minutes, a considerable force comes to assault you.
Yeah. It's the feather dusters. All right, there's no +5 shield in thingies there, so like items.
All right.
Did I just go in and adjust the shield that's on here now?
Yeah, just increase it by
Now?
+2.
All right. All right.
Alrighty, so first of all, 2 creatures teleport in behind you guys, and 2 creatures teleport in front of you all. They have a green bulbous head, and you recognize them. Ultraloths. There are 4 of them. The second they appear here, it's almost as if they knew your exact location. They move into attack. And this is just after you guys have prepared your spells and put your armor on, but before you've gone out, and it interrupts your short rest as well. And just keep in mind, Ultraloths are creatures that are born in Gehenna. They're usually hired as mercenaries by devils, and they excel in Avernus because if you destroy them, they just reform back in Gehenna, and they can be relentless. Alright, I'm just restarting the API. I swear I just restarted it.
Did we get a robe of protection out of that guy too?
Cloak of protection, yes.
Is it better than +1?
No, cloak of protection is +1 to AC and saving throws.
Oh,
Alrighty. These creatures seem to have known exactly where you are. And it's quite obvious.
The guy's office.
It's quite obviously an ambush. They come in hard and fast as soon as the API start up.
At least they had the decency to wait till after breakfast.
Okay. You guys find yourself very quickly surrounded. You fought these creatures a few times before, at least once before. Ultraloth. They carry like swords in their hands and they have these bulbous heads. Powerful spellcasters. Alright, Baroque sort of roars. And he uses action to transform into a gold dragon. I'm just gonna say the people not here, Mahara and Juliet, basically they move in to fight some more Ultraloths. Let's just say 6 of them come, and the other characters are taking care of them. Mahara and Juliet, so I'm gonna take them off. Corwin.
There's a lightning formation.
Yeah, these guys are lined up perfect for me, right? I'm going to cast Lightning Bolt out of my staff.
Okay.
I'm gonna dive in the way to get a recharge. Just kidding.
Alright, you explode this streamer of lightning. The Ultraloth are fairly agile, and they make their saves with advantage due to magic resistance.
How much damage did it do?
It does 8d6. Oh no, 5th level it does 10d6. And is it a DC 15 from the staff?
It is.
Alrighty. The closer one is hit. The lightning is not very effective. He is resistant. He takes 16 points. And the other one, he barely gets scathed for 8 points of lightning damage.
I'm checking on that, the DC, but I'm pretty sure you're correct. No, it says my spell slot and my
Okay.
save.
Alright, he fails then, and he takes another 8 points.
You scorched his pinky.
And then I'm going to quicken a Eldritch Blast, which is a Divine Blast, actually, for the closest one to.
That hits. No bless as well there. Alright, you hit him for 9 force damage with a 24. And second beam hits for 14 force. A 21 hits for 11 force. And a 33 hits for 14 force damage.
And then I'm going to bravely move over here behind the dragon. So the doors open or closed?
They're open, I guess. I mean, you probably would have closed them.
You
can
look
just open
behind you,
them.
dude.
Yeah, do you see
Look
what's behind you?
Yeah, I do see that. So
I
I'll
just Go put some
I'll just hang
salve on the
corner.
dragon's back.
Alright, I'm done. I relinquished my turn.
Did you?
I did.
Now. Okay.
Ivan.
I'm gonna hex that guy. Is that Maharu just join us? Okay.
Go ahead
I
and roll
put hex
yourself
on.
into an initiative as soon as you're in the game there, Maharu.
He's in.
Alrighty, Hex goes on.
Okay. And I'm going to Eldritch Blast him.
A 19 hits.
And
For
damn it,
6
my
force.
thing isn't working again, so I'm not getting the +5.
Let me have a look.
Yeah, we have to do this like every other session.
You didn't
Seems.
have it selected, that's why. You gotta have it ticked on to do the extra. Oh, you mean for your damage?
Yeah, for my damage.
I would suggest just deleting it and adding another one on. It'll probably fix it up. I'll just like delete the spell from your...
Well, let me see if
spells.
this will... I think I got it. Okay. I think I fixed it. But for some reason, it always takes it off a lot. Hey, look, Maharu. Got a little overzealous there.
I'll
Right,
tell
so
you what's
plus
happening when it's your turn as well, Mario.
Okay. So it's... I did hex, so it's going to be 1d6 plus 5. So 6 plus another 10.
Okay.
So 16.
Yeah.
Right? And then that was my first one. Let's see if I got it working this time. So then my second blast. And there we go. Yep. For another 15.
That hits for 15 points of damage.
Yep.
22 hits for 14 points.
Okay.
16 is a miss.
Okay. And then...
Still got
Running
one more
through.
beam. Oh no, that was your fourth.
1, 2... Yeah, I hit him 3 times, right? Yeah, I hit him 3 times. Okay, I am done. And I need to hit...
Alright, the Ultraloth casts a spell magic on Rocky. The Hero's Feast is dispelled. Ends its turn there. Rocky.
Alright. I'm going to throw a hammer at the one that's been being hurt.
23 hits for 28 points of damage.
And I'm gonna walk up to him and lick his face.
Alright, he lets you. Alright, this Ultraloth is going to cast a spell magic on Ivan.
Yep, I counter spell.
Alrighty.
Oh, I see how you are.
You counter spell him with a 3rd level slot.
I'm using a 3rd level slot, that is correct.
Okay. This Ultraloth also casts a spell magic on you, Ivan.
Okay.
But he's not able to
Which I can
overcome
do.
your magic. And then he flies around the corner.
Alright, sorry, and that was just so I kept track of my thing. Spell.
Brusk.
Okay, cool. I will run over between these guys and see here and swing away. Yeah, something like that. I guess swinging at the injured one first. Oh, do I have foresight up?
You do not.
Nope.
Wow. Okay. Sucks to be normal.
17 is a miss.
Oh,
Hit
man.
harder.
Alright.
An 18
Better.
is a miss.
Even harder.
24 hits for 13 slashing. Natural 1 is a miss. and a 25 hits. And you just drive the glaive into him, and then he just melts around on your glaive in this green pile. And you hear this telepathic voice just chuckle. Almost in a mocking tone.
I see. Okay, well, because I killed a guy, I will bonus action through Great Weapon Master to another blade attack at the other guy here. And I think there's... Oh, man!
It's a mess.
Dang.
Alright, the Ultraloth, he begins dashing away. And he provokes from you, Cross. You hit him, and with your sentinel feet, you keep him there, hitting him for 16 slashing damage.
Stay there.
Alright, he will cast
Surrender.
Dispel Magic on Corwin.
Dash, did you hear that?
Fails.
Yeah, you dispel magic on me.
He fails to dispel any of the magic. Too late to counterspell anyway. Alright, none of these Ultraloth have reached for their swords. Maharu. You are...
Do I hear it from the south down here? Or?
Yeah, so what happened basically is the next morning, if you guys got ready, you milled about for only about 10 minutes before you guys are making some more preparations, and 4 Ultraloths had basically teleported in to ambush you guys. These alien-like Yugoloth creatures. And you and Juliet ran off this way to basically contend to some more. Just pretend there's like a couple of more that Juliet's fighting, and then you're taking care of maybe other ones. There are 2 to the south of you.
Okay.
Juliet's trying to seduce one of them.
Yeah.
So that's a bad dude here.
Yeah. It's a Ultraloth. They are the alien-like Yugoloth creatures, mercenaries. Alright, and 18 misses.
I don't have that. Let me get the +1 on the plus.
35 hits for 14 piercing.
I'll kick him in the face.
There's a crit for 10 bludgeoning.
Unimpressed. 10. 5. Check to make sure Juliet's.
Alright, Barak roars, "Ah!" and he's going to use his frightening presence on the Ultraloth. His whiskers start to scintillate, his eyes glow red, puffs of smoke come out of his nose and mouth, and he sort of imposes himself on the Ultraloth. And the Ultraloth just stares at the creature down, and you can sort of see it just staring at Barak, completely unaffected by the frightening presence. Barak just comes in with some melee attacks, slashes at the Ultraloth. Ultraloth is quick to dodge, ducks underneath it. Another claw attack. That one hits, scratching the Ultraloth for 7 points of damage. The Ultraloth's skin is highly resilient. Barak's attacks are not magical. And then finally he tries to bite, and he misses.
I'd go up and scratch the dragon's chin. Who's a good dragon? Good scary dragon.
Just sort of stomps forward. Corwin.
All right. I am going to Divine Blast the Ultraloth that is engaged with the dragon.
34 hits. For 14 force.
I'm going to do it again.
That hits for 10. 36 hits for 12 force damage. And a natural one is a miss.
All right. And move there and quicken and do it again for we'll just do it for this one.
Okay. 22 hits for 10 force. 31 hits for 11 force. 33 hits for 10 force. And a 24 hits for 16 points of force damage.
Alright, I'm done.
Ivan.
Put hex on that guy, please.
Alrighty, transfer your hex over.
And I start nuking him.
And first beam misses. Second one hits for 12 damage. Third beam hits for 17 damage. And the fourth hits for 9. The last beam hits him and he just melts away. And you hear one. Do you speak Infernal, Ivan?
Let me double check. I'm pretty sure I don't. And the answer is no.
This-
Infernal wasn't in my curriculum.
A few words come into your mind as it drops. Garas Goloka.
I thank him. I appreciate the compliment. And I now need to hit EOT. I am done.
Alright, this Ultraloth casts Dispel Magic on Maharu. And misses. And then it goes around the corner for cover. Rocky.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. And done.
Alright, this Ultraloth whisks around the corner and casts Dispel Magic on Krusk.
Surprise!
It fails to dispel any magical effects. Wait. And then it's gonna lie back for some cover. Krusk.
Alright. I think I'll do that. Finish with that.
Alright.
Oh, I guess I might as well dash and get up close to these guys. I'll grab another 40 feet.
Alrighty. Maharu. Move into the torture chamber. You see the two Ultraloths just very casually hovering next to the wall.
Okay.
And you hit. For 14 piercing. 32 hits. For 12 piercing. And 26 hits. or 7 bludgeoning. Alright, Baroque just sort of shrugs his shoulders and his voice is sort of embodied as he speaks in dragon form. God damn it! And he shrinks back down to dwarf side and he starts running through the passage. Forward.
Can you show me his flying, please?
Sure. You fly into this intersection and you just sort of hear the combat of Ultraloths down to the south, but you cannot see them.
I can just barely see that one.
He would have total cover. I don't think you can draw a line from one of your corners to his corner without it passing through something. He'll have total cover from there.
Alright, well that is all my movement, so I'm done.
Do you want to use your action for something?
Sir, I will take the dodge action.
Yeah.
Can you show me like 10 feet up so people can run under me?
Sure.
That's how I got over the dwarf.
Yeah.
I wanted to make a little comment about size, but he was already mad, so I just let it go.
And is that the end of your turn?
EOT.
Are you there? Do we lose him?
Possibly.
Okay. I presume he wasn't gonna quicken anything. Ivan.
Nope. So show me his. Can you show me his flying too, please?
Sure.
10 feet. Thank you.
And fly to Corwin.
Do you have the broom of flying as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, that was 50 feet for me. I see this guy. I'm gonna shoot him.
Okay.
Put hex on him and shoot him.
Alrighty. Do you... I can't remember. Do you have anything that ignores cover?
I do not.
Okay.
So he's got partial cover.
3/4 cover from there.
Okay. Oh, that's gonna suck. Okay.
First beam is a miss. Second beam hits the wall. Third beam misses. The fourth beam hits him for 12 points of damage.
There you go.
And I am done. Alright.
Alright, the Ultraloth, it quickly flies 45 feet. Actually, he'll fly 45 feet there, and he'll cast a smell magic on you, Ivan.
Okay. Which one is it? Because I cannot see him. So
Definitely should be able to see him.
I can't.
Oh,
I can't see that.
just wait. This door was ajar, but it's fully open now. There we
Ah.
go. Alright.
So can I counter spell?
No. He's 65 feet away.
Okay.
Yeah. Purposely stays out of counterspell range. Before he
Understood.
does this. Your Hex and Hero's Feast are dispelled.
All right.
I'm gonna put little trophy markers and you find that they're very purposefully
It's obvious.
targeting you with only dispel magic. Alright, let me actually give little trophy markers to those who still have it. I included you in that as well, Maharu. You should have got a new Hero's Feast. Alright, the Ultraloth then.
Did you roll it for me, or?
You'll need to re-roll it. Deduct what you had and then calculate it.
The
It's
one
2d10.
I have is the chat inspire one.
Yeah, that's temp. Hero's Feast actually increases your max.
Right, yeah. So I never had a Hero's Feast before. I missed that there.
Alright, you get one now. And these Ultraloths are trying to ruin your breakfast. Alright, it ends its turn there in the corner. Rocky.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I think I'm gonna toll him.
Alrighty. Ultraloth makes a wisdom save at advantage. He succeeds.
Okay.
Alright, this Ultraloth provokes from you, Krusky moves away. And you glaive onto him. That hits 12 slashing. Alright, he then will cast a spell magic on you, Krusk.
I'm going to counter spell it.
Alrighty. Counter spell him, Ivan. And it ends its turn there. Krusk. Nice roll as well, Maharu.
Yeah, I did the
Somebody
same
else got
thing.
Snake eyes on that.
Yeah, that was me.
Hero's diet light snack.
Well, I hate to be one trick pony, but I'm gonna save this guy.
That's a crit for 34 points of slashing. 27 hits for 16 slashing. And 19 hits for 18 slashing. And 31 hits for 12 slashing. And bonus action misses.
No, that's just my
That's a
separate
crit.
attack.
I take your
Oh,
bonus
yeah.
action.
I get. Yeah, that's my my spare extra attack.
Oh yeah. That's the one from the artifact. Gives you another attack.
Yeah,
Still got your bonus.
and then here's the bonus action, and yeah, because of the crit.
That's a crit
Ooh.
for 38 points of damage. Ultraloth is reeling.
Yeah, that should be.
Maharu.
Alright. This is all dim.
Yes, everything has this sort of unnatural dim glow about it.
A dim glow.
Yeah, it's just not. There is some light somewhere from here, somewhere.
Is there?
Is there some light in here? Or is it just what we brought?
I think the only actual light would be from these pillars. I can't tell what with the dynamic lighting because they used to be able to like tell individual light sources, but they messed something up with the
Okay.
update.
Is this dude seeing us via dark vision?
The Ultraloth? No. True sight.
I'll shadow step down to him anyway. He's here. So I get advantage.
20 hits, or 30 hits. For 12, plus 10 from sneak attack.
I'm gonna.
Alright, stunning strike. Yep, succeeds. 30 hits for 13 piercing. Alright, Baroque comes running in. He's careful not to step on the pit trap. And he dashes into the room. I'm ready! Prepares to power up. Glowing.
Alright, Corwin can see something without having to move. I'm gonna give Mahario some help here.
This guy, right?
Yeah, the one with Mahario, yes.
Alrighty, that hits for 12 force damage. And that hits for 11.
It could
Sorry,
be rolling
my
at once.
Mouse just messed
Like
up.
that.
Oh wow!
And yes, the two divine blasts intercept each other and disperse in Maharu's face.
Sorry. You're a little whoopsies from down the hall.
Slippery up there.
Right? So I'm gonna move over here, quicken, and try again. And hit this one and then the close one now.
That hits for 10. And that hits. That second beam just causes the Ultraloth to burst to this green slime that sprays against the walls.
And I'm gonna send two more together down south and see if they don't intersect.
The only thing that remains of the Ultraloth is its cloak and longsword that just drops to the ground, still in its scabbard. A 33 hits for 13 force, and a 34 hits for 11.
And I will go hide over there.
Ivan.
Shooting him. Let me take off my hex because he rudely got rid of it.
17 misses. And another miss. And another miss.
And
that
finally.
one hits him for 12. And Ultraloth is very
Yeah,
tired, but still
get him
alive.
out. And I will end my movement right here. Okay, I'm done.
Alright, it's gonna cast Dispel Magic on Maharu.
Yeah, I'm gonna dispel that or counterspell it.
Alrighty, you counterspell it.
Yeah.
And Ultraloth, you just hear this chuckling voice come into your mind. It just keeps getting louder. Rocky.
Alright. 10, 15, 20, 25. Look at that, just in range. I'm gonna throw a hammer at him.
That hits. And suddenly the mocking laugh is silenced. The Ultraloth just explodes all over Maharu.
Oops. You've been slimed. Hey guys, let's go down here and see what's down here. Maybe more fun.
Yeah, I guess we don't need to do morning stretches now. I'm all limbered up.
Alright, you guys get 6,500 XP for those 4 Ultraloth.
Wow. Bring us like 5 more.
So you notice something about these Ultraloths. It was a very specific, targeted attack. They must have known your exact location in order to teleport directly into the room with you guys in such a manner. And they didn't seem to try to kill anyone. Instead, they just tried to
dispel our stuff.
Yes, weaken you in a way. Not that you think that
I'll
they
go
had
ahead.
much of a chance to try to kill any of you guys.
I'll scoop up that longsword and cloak that was here. Throw it
Sure. It's a very fine looking longsword. It's not magical, but it's very expertly crafted. Each one is exactly the same, and so is their cloaks. sort of purple cloaks with nice golden filigree. And while they look like kind of nice, you don't think they have any magical properties about them. It looks sort of like a very standard issue sort of thing. You can just picture like 1,000 of these things lining up to receive one of these longswords or one of these cloaks as they then step into a portal and are teleported off to the various destinations that they are kept to or hired to become. These creatures in particular, they actually usually command Yugoloth armies. So when there is a commander like these, you can imagine there are some more foot soldiers on their way as well. But you can't imagine they're going to like give you guys much trouble in the way of any real danger. But it may be concerning that they're trying to weaken you, drain your resources. You also noticed last time you guys encountered them, they were able to like charm you and leave you like stunned, and they were quite quick with their longswords, but not a single one even pulled their blade from their scabbards.
Right. Well, if it's a nice cloak, I'll go ahead and take it just to wear one. And wait out to them, that we killed there.
Alrighty. You sort of look like one as well now, Krusk.
Really?
You're just an extra 2.5 feet taller and slightly less.
Just like them.
I always knew deep down that I was those guys.
Special.
You have the boon of true sight, Rocky?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Every time you look at Baroque, you just see this like flittering, semi-transparent image of a gold dragon, sort of in his position where he is, sort of just superimposed over him. And oh yeah, Baroque also finally charges up. Ah! And then
I just shake my head.
He just shakes his head as well and then pals back down. Damn it!
Dude.
Facepalm.
I'm gonna
Who
teach you
makes
how to be
these
a dwarf.
hallways?
I'm gonna teach you how to be a dwarf.
They're not
Just
big
go
enough.
up and bash it.
I'm getting kind of hungry.
You're big enough for a dwarf.
You got any more gemstones that you want to spare?
Oh, how could we not feed you? You're so cute when you're angry and big and gold.
Just a couple, come on.
Yeah. I hand him a couple of gemstones and scratch him on the behind the ear. Good Brock.
Alrighty, how many do you give him? What value are they?
I'll give him like 500 worth.
Alrighty. He just scoffs them. Crunches them like blocks of ice. A nice
And I
little
have-
snack.
I've deleted them from party loot.
I can imagine. Oh, all the gold that we're gonna find. Yes. Not that that's the reason why I'm here, of course. But yes. Oh yeah, by the way, I found this book. And he pulls out this journal. It was underneath the bed. Thought maybe one of you guys want to read it.
Oh, did we not loot the room? I thought we
Nope.
looted the room when we were getting the items, but I know it was late.
You did. Well, you sort of looted the corpses. I'll presume that you tossed the room as well. And
Okay.
lots of books here on dragons and dark rituals. There is one particular excerpt from a journal of this wicked-looking book. The actual like binding of the book and the cover is actually made from flesh that's been sticked together. And there is this little note here, like a journal entry.
He puts the lotion on its skin.
It's written in Draconic. My Queen of Dragons, all is not brought. We have lost a small battle, but the war itself is timeless. The dragon mask will be procured and transported by the most fierce and loyal dragons of the realm. I have recovered one of the fabled orbs of dragonkind. We have unleashed its power. Our loyal mages scoured the realm space and summoned the 5 most powerful dragons to Avernus, each one guarding one of the masks until I return. Not to worry, They are appeased. Each one has the comfort of their own lair, summoned into a demiplane by our magics. Even a fraction of the hoard we have procured for you is enough to appease them, my queen. I will not keep you waiting, my queen. My body shall reform, and then we shall complete the ritual. Only the most powerful archmages shall perform the fusion. You shall be unchained from your prison, and all the 9 hells will be at your mercy. Severin.
Sorry, I just watched Dragon Ball this afternoon. I just pictured Severin and Ball fusion. Anyway.
Well, also, it's kind of throwing the goat, like the dead hand on the cover. Like it's like an Iron Maiden concert.
Alright, let's continue. That's not a trap now that I've stepped on it, is it?
No, this is one of these glowing glyphs. No one really is sure what they do.
Rocky, before you move forward,
What?
maybe we want to. We've had like 4 people fall into acid pits. Might want to look for acid pits before we start moving forward.
Sure. I turn
I'm
around and
moving
look
down
behind
this
me. Any
hallway.
acid pits?
Barak sort of scratches his head. I thought we was resting!
We did.
Yeah, I think that we wanted to, but they knew where we were, and I don't want to be because it looks like they're toying with us.
I
We
ain't
gotta
you
find
got
out one of
some,
these dragons.
some magic to hide us or something? I seen you do all sorts of stuffs.
Nope, but we can find one of these dragons that have the mask there, and then you could have a lot to eat.
Yes. That's not why I'm here, though. But I mean, if
Happy
we're going
coincidence.
to, I mean, if there's some gold there and it's sort of spare, and you don't need it all, and there's a few gemstones, and or maybe I might just take a tiny little, delicious, tantalizing, tasty, succulent bite.
I think you should have 3 bites.
No, maybe. Well, let's just see.
Hello, creatures in cages.
Alright, so I'll scout ahead looking around for pitfalls, traps, and such.
Sure. You can make a perception check to do a cursory glance of all of the walls, the floors, whatever doors there are.
I'm gonna grab 5 feet right here. Or 10 or whatever.
That's gotta be that. Actually, 7 higher than that.
Sure. You
26.
you don't find anything untoward. Of course, these rocks and the closets are sort of slamming against these impenetrable barriers, and you can imagine they're screeching these horrible tones, but all of the sound is blocked by these prisons. And this was the cell where you found Oriel. Sorry, Rosalie, not Oriel. Wrong angel name. And then, at the very end of this hallway, Maharu, you see another one of these obsidian doors. These, like, magical obsidian doors. And this one is depicted to look like a maze. It just has this, like, maze pattern on the door. Just embossed into the obsidian.
Okay, and there's nothing in here. Looks like we'll fall in.
No, there's no pit traps or anything like that, and you don't see any glowing runes or anything that stands out on the door that would point towards a trap.
Hey, Krusk, I take Krusk's arm and I say it's that time again, and I tap a vein.
Oh, buddy.
All right.
You know, like,
It's kind of
like most of that damage I get is like your damage, basically, right?
Oh, trust me, I when you get missed because you have foresight,
Exactly.
I know. When you hit because you have foresight, I know. When you make a save because you have foresight, I know.
And I know too, buddy. It's awesome.
It's all good.
Can you fix my sight aura too to be 60 feet?
I live vicariously through you.
It
How's
is.
that?
It is
Yeah,
60 feet,
I just-
Rocky.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna
it's kinda
stick
dimmer
near you.
around me after
Stick
5
near
feet.
you too, so they can't counterspell us.
It is. When you use dark vision, you don't see in bright light, Rocky.
But it's not the dark vision; it's the true sight, which is seeing normal and magical darkness.
Oh, that is different. Let me fix that up.
There we go.
Did anyone else
Hey.
take true sight?
Not yet.
Okay.
Trust me, I thought about it.
Alright. So, there's just this like maze pattern on the door here, Maharu. It doesn't seem to really mean anything. It's certainly not religious. Certainly not a glyph or anything like that.
All right, let's open the door.
Alright, you push the door open and you see a room that's segmented into 5-foot squares. And
Hey,
yes,
get out of my square! Get away from me!
there are
Sorry.
there are 4
Trying to
pit
push
traps.
me in that hole.
4 pit traps. Alright, so the walls are all made from this same black, magically infused obsidian, and the ceiling is 100 feet high. The chamber is very broad, and the ceiling is ominous. It has whirring, slashing scythe blades. It looks like a mincer. It's on the ceiling though, 100 feet overhead, and there are very clear seams in the floor that divide it into equal 5-foot square spaces. So there is an open pit extending halfway across each of the entryways inside the room. But those of you with true sight see something else. There is a wall of force covering each pit trap.
Uh-huh. Alrighty.
You see a door opposite you, made from the same black obsidian, and stairs leading down to the north, and a hallway leading to a room to the south.
Who wants to go in first?
Well, my first thought is that's a big trap. Do we want to possibly just try to go and find another place to go through? Because that's do we have to go through this area?
Oh, I think we do. Curiosity.
That's one
Didn't that-
possibility. But
That Glabbersy we freed, didn't it come down this way too? Or something that we freed?
it did.
Ooh, we could find it.
It was off after.
I don't know. I mean, if we can avoid this, maybe we want to avoid it, because I have a feeling that it's going to chew us up. But, I mean, if there's no other way, there is no... Yeah.
Are the blades on the ceiling like squares, or is the things on the floor actually like where the edges of like hammers hit type thing?
It's someone's very purposefully carved like there are seams in the floor. The ceiling is just this churning mass of blades grinding together, and it just covers the entire ceiling. It's not segmented
Oh,
at
okay.
all.
So it's not something that comes down like a chopper type thing.
No, it basically it constitutes the ceiling itself.
Okay.
Weird. Let's try throwing something in there. See if the blades
Yeah, right.
down.
I grab my harrow. I tell Russ, grab my harrow. Give me a chuck.
It's not really what I'm...
I don't know what other way did we miss going. There was that one room out to the right, back in the portal room, and
I don't remember either. If there
You
was
guys
another
haven't
room.
seen any other exits on your
Okay,
journey
so it
through
does
here.
look like this is the only way we can go. Okay.
All right. Who wants to go first? And if something bad happens, I'll fix them.
Yeah, I don't mind trying. I've got plenty of hit points. And flight.
Well, So what if we try? Does it look like? Let me get in a little closer. So we've got a door here. I was thinking, what if we do maybe try the spell Wall of Force to maybe like overhead. Put it overhead, like in 10-foot blocks,
Ooh,
overhead
an
us to
umbrella.
the doors, as exactly like an umbrella to possibly protect us. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And I think we're trying to get to the door. So, and I think you can get 5 or 10-foot, 5-foot things and do it that way. But I mean, what is it, Rocky? What are you seeing with your true sight? We see these open pits. Is that correct,
Yeah.
Seb?
Yeah, and Rocky sees
and
walls of 5-foot
they have,
square
like, little
walls of
walls of
force
force.
covering them.
Over the pits.
Yeah, I'm curious what
Maybe
that.
the pits are where we're supposed to go.
Yeah, that's what I'm curious if we have to walk on the pits.
Well,
Do we want to possibly tie a rope onto somebody? And I hate to say it might be you, Maharu, because it might be a dex thing. And then you step on it and see what happens. And then if it goes away,
Goobers. Listen, I was on mute and I was talking the whole time and no one listened to me.
Yeah.
It's gonna pop you up into the fans. It's like a chute of air, or the wall of force will go up, or the whole thing is you step on that and up you go.
okay, that could be it too.
I'm betting that's what's going to happen there.
Okay, but what do you think about using the Wall of Force to make a straight line across here all the way to the other door?
Well, that's a pretty good idea, but can't you just walk right there and not step on the trap?
Well, we saw the pits is the thing. There's got to be something else involved.
Right. How about
I
over
don't
here?
know. Can I try to make a perception check to see if I see any pressure plates or anything like that?
Sure.
Okay. And I'm going to ask can you give me some guidance,
Sure.
Templar? Thank you, sir. Okay, so perception
Can I assist?
You
and
can,
yep.
you can like make your own perception check.
So 27.
Alrighty, you don't see anything else. Just as described, you do hear something. Sounds like some sort of trouncing around or scratching coming from the south here. And then there's this strange ambient noise that's almost on a different like sort of wavelength of sound coming from the north. Like this ever-present. Like at a very high pitch.
Mosquito wine.
I
But,
throw a crossbow bolt on this pit, like try to throw it down the pit.
Alright, it just, as you would expect, it just rests on the wall of force. It doesn't go down the pit.
So I'm sorry, with the ambient noise, can you say that one more time? I was trying to follow and I wasn't
it's just
getting a
like
good visual.
it's like some sort of like high pitched like ambient noise, like a white noise that's sort of just present to the north.
Right.
A constant
I'm going to ask
noise.
my dwarf friend to try to walk to the door. You're big and strong.
Make a persuasion check.
And I hold up a gem. Would you do it for a Scooby snack? Persuasion.
They have like a 24 intelligence that we're treating him like a puppy.
Forgive me, but that sounds like it could be dangerous.
Would you do it for 2 Scooby snacks? I hold up a second gem.
I'm not willing to throw my life on the line, I'm afraid.
Oh, I'll fix you.
I've come this far already.
Alright.
I'll fix you if something happens. I mean, we're dwarfs. We stick together.
Yeah, I'll risk it. Using flight, I'll go ahead and enter the room.
Alright, Krusk, as soon as you enter, you're just
You
like
die.
thrown, like it's an inescapable force. You're just thrown straight up into these blades.
Alright,
Like a
that was
reverse gravity.
predictable.
It's going to hurt as well. It's quite obvious that this thing has been designed to kill people, not just mess up their day or be a minor inconvenience. and you're getting slashed for 137 points of damage.
Of slashing damage, non-magical.
Is it just from weapons, that feature though? Not sure if this would count.
They're blades.
Where's that scepter here? If I can flash it up right. It says you have resistance to all slashing damage from non-magical attacks.
Alright, it's not an attack.
Okay.
Alright, so you take the full 137 points of damage, and now you can make a dexterity save, Krusk. Because it's just churning you, and it's gonna like just completely mince you until you're dead.
Oh dear.
Alright, we'll come back to you, Krusk, and Rocky, Ivan, Maru, Corwin. You guys are seeing, you see Krusk just shot straight up to the ceiling, and he's just getting chopped away by
I just
these
cover
blades.
my groin and say, "Ooh, that's gonna hurt."
Alright, Rocky covers his groin and says, "Ooh, that's going to hurt." Ivan, what do you do?
I don't know what I can do. I'm trying to think of spells to do, but there's nothing I have that can pull him down.
Only with magic
I mean-
ropes to grapple him.
You could just be like, "Ooh," like for your turn if you want.
Well, I'm trying to think what I could do. I guess I could try to throw him a rope to pull him down. That's the only thing I can think of, because we were going to tie a rope to somebody, but that's the only thing I can think of. The other thing, yeah, that's all I can think of to do.
Alright, so you grab a rope and you try to throw it up 100 feet.
Oh, it's 100 feet up? I don't have 100 feet of rope. I don't know what I can do right now that I can help him.
Okay. Corwin, what do you do?
I saved the day. I moved to there and cast Wall of Force on the ceiling, right through Krusk, and have him choose to be on the other side of it. I choose.
You cast Wall of Force, and instantly, the spell, it does not work.
I bang my staff, wondering what's wrong with it.
You cast the spell, and the spell casting works as you would expect, but it hits some sort of wall, and is like instantly dispelled as you try to form it up near Krusk. Meanwhile, Krusk, you
Can I make
managed
an
to...
Arcana check to try and figure out what happened?
Sure. You think it's an anti-magic field. Krusk, meanwhile, you've hit this blade, and suddenly you have felt that your magic items have deactivated, but that's the least of your worries at the moment. Your artifact still works, luckily, and then by a reaction, you just like grab onto the wall and like rip yourself out of the blades, and you're able to resist it. And when you do, you just start plummeting down, and you fall 90 feet, and you crash to the ground, taking 33 bludgeoning damage and landing prone. And then you feel yourself being dragged up again.
I
But
pull him back.
you can react quick enough to jump back into the hallway. Unless you're just sick of this life and want to go back up there. I don't want to
also
railroad you.
I offer him one of Tilton's healing potions. Here you go.
Oh, thanks. Well, give me a minute. I'll heal back up myself pretty well.
Well, I think your Wall of Force thing had merit to cast it to go across.
Yeah, thanks for the thanks for that save there and that effort. While I was up there, getting all chopped up there, I was thinking, I wonder if these pits are maybe connected at the bottoms. possible.
So what pushed him up into the air? Just like a
Yeah.
arbitrary force?
A telekinetic force.
You didn't see anything pull him up into the air. He just... It'd been like he'd just been like dragged up there by something invisible. You could make an Arcana check to try and see if you know anything.
Well, it wasn't something that invisible, but probably some type of gravity.
Yeah, I was going to take a copper coin and just toss it where Krusk was. I'm curious if it was reverse.
The coin just bounces along the ground.
Nothing special. It doesn't go up.
It doesn't. No, it doesn't go up. It bounces along the ground.
Okay.
And you guys try to think what this is, but nothing comes to mind.
Okay.
Some type of mentally thing there from some mentally being.
Yeah. I mean, let me try to get an idea also.
You don't see any like levers or
I
anything
have no
else around here?
idea.
All the walls
Okay.
are just smooth obsidian.
So-
no levers, no switches.
Here's the next question to Krusk. Krusk, with when your items went non-magical, did that happen as soon as you walked into the room, or not until you got sucked up?
It felt like it happened when I got sucked up, like at the top.
Okay, so maybe we can try the wall of force thing idea and maybe it'll work to get across.
Yeah, it's casted like 5 feet off the ground.
Yeah, that's what I was
Wall?
thinking. And then we
Or maybe 10, because if it anti-gravity is, oh yeah, maybe 5 in case there's an anti-magic, yeah. But basically, we're going to be like crawling along the floor, right? 'Cause
Well, yeah, but
gravity
we
push
could,
us into the wall.
Well, you guys will be crawling. I can walk.
Yeah, or
I mean,
well,
we can
we'll be
say
crunched, but whatever.
maybe.
No big deal.
yeah. So does that sound like something that's viable, guys?
Worth a try.
I mean, there can also be something significant about those, which I'm still
if only
hesitant
we had
about the
somebody
force
that-
bits.
If only we had somebody that could like teleport or step over to one of the corridors to check it out. To see
You mean like in a mist?
Yeah, or something.
Yeah, I could go over there, but I don't know. That doesn't help the rest of you guys.
Well,
So
if
maybe
there's
you go on the other side of this wall of force and see if this is connected. Here to here.
Oh, I don't feel so comfortable about being here. It'd be much better being like here, right on the stairs.
Well, I just thought this might go down and connect it over there.
If you want to dispel the wall of force, I would go down there. Can I step to the other side of the wall of force? Like underneath here?
The wall of force, it covers the pit. It's like a platform.
Yeah, but can he use his shadow step to go to the other side of it, or
No, to go under it.
Does-
Yeah.
to go into the pit?
I not sure. You'd have to show me the description. You could definitely misty step under it.
Click that for you.
The other problem is it might be a whole bunch of acid, so that's another problem.
That would
Can
be-
Rocky, where he's at, can he see what's at the bottom?
No.
Okay.
I mean, it's a teleport, so probably.
Yes, you should be able to.
I mean, I'm just nervous about what's underneath there. That could be it, but I don't know.
I mean, I see another circle up here.
Could be playing
Okay.
whack-a-mole.
I mean,
Yeah, go for it.
Nice. shadow step over to here.
Alrighty. You shadow step over to there, Maharu, and you just find yourself bouncing like on a wall here. Like you've just hit some sort of inexplicable wall on this side of the room.
Okay. And these are like runes on the floor.
As you look
Like,
around, you see
Force.
hallways leading off in all different directions. There are these large channels of obsidian. These columns sort of look like support columns, and they also sort of double as a way to form these endless hallways that you look around and see in every direction. There are openings everywhere, and you see the ceiling is 20 feet high, and now there are these green glowing runes on the ground. They seem to be in some sort of like pattern. There's one next to every single column that you see.
I don't see anything on the walls here that might deactivate this whatsoever.
The walls are smooth obsidian, and you can hear some noise from within. Sounds like something walking around. Growling almost.
Okay.
Alright, there's one other thing I forgot to mention. Alright, so this column here, actually got to fix up the dynamic lighting for you. Alright, it has, let me fix this up. So it has a crystalline window in it, and you can see through to the next column, and that also has a crystalline window, and you can see through to that column, and then you just see like a square box, 10-foot square crystalline box. So you should be able to like sort of see that there, I think. I don't know if your vision goes that far, but if it does, that's what you'll see. Like it's like a viewing glass of some sort.
And what's special about this one?
There's
Nothing. It's not even a big screen 4K.
Alright, whoops. That actually is there. I put it in the wrong place. That should be in the very middle of this one here that you see.
Alright.
It's a red glowing rune. It looks a lot different than the rest of them.
Okay.
Circular with a red glowing star. The other ones are octagonal with a rune inside them.
If you want to step back over there, I'll come back and tell you what I found.
Actually, they're not octagonal. They have 10 sides. So they're pentagonal. What's a 10-sided shape called?
Deck.
A decadon. Decahedron.
That's 3D shape.
One of those.
Yeah. Alright.
Decagon.
Decagram.
Decagram. Decagrams lining the floor. They're everywhere.
Alright. I mean, I probably could throw you a rope and you guys could come over to here at least and not go all the way 50 feet up because it's only a 50-foot rope. You won't go all the way up to the 100.
It was a force that just sucked him up. I don't know if, I mean, maybe that would work.
The force that you felt cross, you reckon it would just like, it would like snap a sword in half. Like, it was that powerful. It was irresistible. You didn't get a saving.
shield?
You didn't get a saving throw or nothing. Anti-magic field. You think it would suppress any magical effect?
If it's magical.
There's the rub.
Anybody have
It
any
would-
tech magic?
You're pretty sure it's a magical
It
effect.
had to be magical.
That's what she said.
Do we want to try the anti-magic field, and then we all hug Rocky?
It's up to you. Where are
Oh,
we
I
going
mean,
once we
it's
cast?
your spell. I mean, the only other
Tom?
thing I can think of is that we cast a wall of force in 10 5-foot blocks, and we see if that works. But that's actually probably a little bit more risky, in my opinion, than the anti-magic field.
Oh, well, either way, we'll try it.
All
Let me
right.
know when you guys want.
What do you guys think is probably the best course of action? Oh, okay. We have anti-magic field.
Alrighty, a 10-foot radius surrounds you, Rocky.
Alright,
Anti-magicness. How's that?
sure.
Fancy.
Alright, here I go, guys.
Yep.
Who'd be the best survivor? Because I can bring someone back, but I need someone to step here to make sure that it works.
Okay. I guess no, Krusk, you not. You're already hurt. I'll go.
Alright, he's already stepped there, and when you step
Okay.
there, nothing happens.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
You also
So,
see the walls of force are gone. It's suppressed in the anti-magic field.
All right. So we're all like literally, we're
everything
just
else.
moving. We're hugging Rocky,
Alright.
and
Where are we
so
going? Are we going to the door? Are we going down to Maharu? Or
I think we were gonna go to Maharu. We have to go to Maharu just to get him if we do decide to go to the doors. But
well,
Yeah.
I'll take you guys back for him.
so we're all just hugging Rocky because he's our new best friend. And do we have any idea what's down here? Yes, we don't.
And you see the wall of force is just
Is
vanish.
Corwin
as
coming
you-
with us? Or?
Yeah,
Yeah,
come with us, Corwin.
You're all
There's
walking
a
on
room down
foot.
here.
All your magic items are sort of
Yep.
dispelled.
We might not want to just arbitrarily dispel this rune that's over here, though.
Well, no, I'll wait here.
It's only suppressed, not dispelled as well.
Well, yeah, but that worked so well with the fire thing before.
I don't think there's two of those
Alright, what you're
fires.
seeing, Rocky, is you're seeing walls of force sectioning off all of these different areas here. You're seeing like walls of force basically segregating these areas.
All right.
I'll show you where. I'll show
Corwin,
where
did you
they are.
come? Did
The
you
dash
come with
No.
us, or were you?
I didn't come, but I'm gonna Misty Step to him before he gets out of my range.
Well, why don't we can just walk back to you? Save your spell slots.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, you guys stay here.
We-
I'll go back and get you. Just
Yeah.
don't step in the hole.
So, Rocky can describe where the walls of force are, and from his description, you're seeing him like this.
All right, so there's a wall of force that goes here across between the two pillars, here, and one running north and south here, and north and south over here. So it looks like each of these little rune thingies have a wall of force between them, except for these two together.
Oh wait, no, that one. I'm still putting
Oh. All right, then yeah. So it looks like each one has its own little
like that.
wall of forcey thingy.
Now but we can just walk through this because the wall of force is getting dissipated when he gets close to it, right?
Yes, you just see them vanish.
Okay.
Do you
So,
want to go check somewhere else in here? Keep going, or which way do you want to go?
Yeah, the runes stop glowing. The walls of force they disappear.
I guess just keep on heading east, and then we'll see if we run into anything.
All right.
Okay. And wait, before we take another step, because this only works against magic, maybe Maharu just make sure we're not running into any pit traps, because I have a feeling there might be some, because those would still be in effect. And
To make perception check. To do
Yeah.
okay.
a look-see. You should be able to move that anti-magic field as well, Rocky. you
Sort
guys
of. I
look
can't
around.
move my token, but the field's moving.
You guys look around and you're not seeing any
Okay.
traps. You're just hearing this like stomping and growling and scratching coming from the southeast.
Southeast.
direction.
Okay.
There's
Well, if we
this
go all the
red
way
one,
east, we can
pentagram
look.
One here too.
If we all go east, we can all look south.
Right, the wall of force actually does not dissect that pillar as well.
Scooch over in the corner all the way to the east.
Okay.
You see the Glabrizu smashing against these invisible walls of force that seems to be sort of stuck. And
We saw him earlier.
it yells out to you all. You're able to hear as well. These walls of force, they don't block any sound. Help me! Get me out of here!
Didn't we fall for his trick before? Oh no, he actually
Nope.
helped us before, didn't
He
he?
did help us.
Yeah, the problem is that he's very temperamental, and he could just as easily decide to attack us. So just keep that in mind.
Sure,
we
I'm
could just
gonna
easily
walk
decide to
back.
attack him.
How are you getting through there?
We're just walking through. Let's avoid him. Unless we want to talk, and I say, what do you mean? We're just walking through. How'd you get trapped?
I don't know. I was teleported into here.
By what?
The rune that I stepped on. How did you get past it?
I don't know, we're just walking through. Maybe it only
How'd you
works
get
on
past
demons.
the saw blades up in the spot? How come it didn't try and dice you up?
Make a, first of all, Rocky, make a deception check.
Yeah, that's the ticket. Yeah.
You
We
are
demons.
using magic. I tried to dispel these walls, but they are
I
not
can
dispellable. How is it possible that you can dispel them?
Hey, I can tell you honestly, there's no magic around me right now.
I find that hard to believe. And what do you mean, how did I get past the saw blades? They were on the roof!
Yeah, but when my buddy here walked through, something threw him to the roof. And he got chewed up.
Maybe he was unlucky. No such thing happened to me.
Well, probably because you were teleported to here in this cage. And didn't go through that room.
I went through that room, and as soon as I stepped on that first glyph, I was teleported. And it never ends. Every time I step on a glyph. Watch! And he goes and steps on the glyph. And then he teleports right next to you guys.
Hmm.
See?
Hey.
It doesn't stop.
Huh. Interesting. Well, okay.
Do you always teleport to the same place, or you like?
It seems to be totally random. Now I demand you get me out of here before I lose my temper.
Oh, I found it.
Okay, follow us.
Yep,
Keep
follow
going
us. Yep, but
I think you should go south. Not north.
Oh, you want to go south?
Yeah.
All right.
I feel
Walk
a
down.
disconnect from the arcane weave. My
Well,
spells
there's
are
no
not
magic around me.
working.
I know. It'll pass. It's just a sickness.
Ah,
Hey, George,
I know what you're
you coming?
using. It's an anti-magic field.
Oh, hang on. Come on. Get down here.
I'm a coming. Too bad he didn't get chopped up by that mincer earlier. Too bad I don't pinch your head off, dwarf. I shut your hole.
Get up here.
I'm only keeping you alive because these good folk will permit it. If it was up to me, I'd send you scorching into flames.
Everybody, break
There's
south.
a red rune over here.
Yeah.
Probably something.
I mentioned the red rune before.
Do we want to head towards the red room?
No.
I don't
south.
know.
Quick.
I think if we go over to the red rune and put the anti-magic field on it, maybe all the walls of force will go off. But you never know.
Or other bad things might happen.
Well,
Either
that's
way.
all true too. Yeah.
About like
Yeah.
50-50 shot.
Sure. Or we could just go out the bottom of the thing. Just walk up the bank. I bet there's a door at
Okay.
the bottom.
Ooh, that one's purple. That one's special too.
You see a blue
That was
hexagonal shape.
Ooh,
And yeah,
double pentagonal.
another glyph here with this sort of blue pattern set into the ground, glowing. Again, the walls of force are dissipating as you step forward into them with your walls of force. Your anti-magic field.
I don't want to take a step forward until he turns off this rune.
Yeah. Corbin, get in front of me. We're gonna eye tray to Oozle le Demon A.
Okay. Why don't you just move over here really quickly?
Pretty sure this Blabberiezo is very highly intelligent, Rocky.
Yes.
Never learned that language though.
Maybe crazy, but he's smart.
He's crazy smart.
I know Pig Latin.
I choose to put him
I
on.
kind of look like a pig, don't I?
All right.
Again, all the magic around you is just fading away. And eventually,
Right.
you come to a 15 by 10 foot alcove with a keystone set into the floor. It is made from stone. It's raised up off the floor about 1 foot. It's a circular dial-like configuration. Looks like a giant button or something. And again, all of the blue glyph fades as you go over it.
Well, someone needs to do something with this thing.
All right. I pressed the button.
Alright, you step on it, and then you just hear this the sound of grinding stone, and suddenly all the wall of forces disappear. And the keystone does a full turn. As it's turning, it's sinking. It does a full rotation and sinks into the floor and settles there.
It becomes a staircase leading to riches. Are the glyphs still active?
What happened? What did you do?
I cut the power. Are the glyphs still active? If he attacks us, if he steps on that glyph, is he going to be randomly transported again?
They're still glowing. You don't know if they're still active or not.
It's a fun place to have a big fight every time you move
We'll find out when he
around.
tries to follow us.
Right.
The Glabreezu he just leaves. Ah, this place. Where is the exit? Where
Right
is
up there.
Bell?
But we killed him. He won't reform for a while.
He is dead?
Well, as dead as he can be here.
Then I'm going to join the blood war. Gonna pop some devil heads.
Good luck with that.
And he just like stomps off. Leaves.
So there's a hole in the floor now?
I think it's a
Yeah.
hole as much as an indentation.
The keystone is flush with the floor now.
Oh, okay.
It was about a foot off the ground and it sunk to be flush with the floor.
Alrighty.
You're right. Well, let's.
Okay, so do we want to keep on, like, walk over all the way over to here, and then walk all the way up just to see what else is here?
Yeah.
Although
might
I'm
walk to
curious
the
what-
corner.
So
Sure,
what
red-
what is this? What does this look like?
It is a 10-foot square crystalline box.
Looks like a summoning device.
Let's go look in there.
Okay. Yeah, I'm thinking
It
we
has
might.
a red glowing rune inside of it.
Not
Let
for
me
long,
make it
it
look
don't.
a bit more
Oh,
crystalline.
does somebody want to examine it first while it's glowing?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I was thinking.
I'll do
What
that.
what do you see with your true sight? Do you see anything special about it with true sight?
No.
It's a present for you from Jokey Smurf. Go ahead and open it. I dare you.
That's my Arcana check, Seb, to see what that thing is.
All right, you see this to be an abyssal summoning circle. I think it's designed to summon demons.
Alrighty.
All right, let's go hack it up. Up here to dispel and start wailing on it with a hammer.
All right, the canister, it doesn't really interact with the anti-magic field, and you start wailing on it. The material seems to be very resilient, and you think you probably like break your hammer by the time you've cracked through it. It's made from some extremely resilient glass.
Yeah.
We reckon you
Well.
could probably break it, but at the cost of maybe like breaking a weapon.
So I guess we need to go back the way we
Alright.
came and go up or down the stairs that are on the other side of that hallway.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Yeah.
Do the
Let-
same
let's-
thing to a magical weapon?
Yeah, magic weapons are like not indestructible. They're just like resistant, basically.
Not to mention it's
If
not
only we
magic
had
right
an
now.
artifact.
And
Yeah, it's not
It's also not
Well,
magic right
but
now.
if I backed up a bit, you guys could smash it.
Yeah, so let's say you could hit a wall like 10 times with a longsword and like sort of chip it before the longsword breaks. You could hit a +1 longsword 20 times before it breaks.
Right.
I
It'll happen
remember-
eventually.
If it was adamantine, you'd probably make you a good headway through the wall itself, but yeah.
All right.
We're
So
moving on.
why don't we? Yeah, let's just check this corner. Let's make sure there's not something in this area. And I don't know. And again, I'll make a perception check just to make sure there are no traps because I'm still paranoid.
Sure. I'll
'Cause I've
presume
already
your perception check sort of covers
Okay.
everything, and you're not seeing any traps. So you guys move
Right.
through.
So I just wanted us to make sure that there isn't another thing up here. And I know we're moving with Rocky. All right, so
So I think this
Yeah.
is just a big square.
Yeah,
I think
that's-
this is a big nothing, and we should go back up north.
yep,
And
that's what I
either
think
go
too.
Left or north.
Yeah, let's go north first.
Left here, or
My-
these stairs go up or down, Seb?
They descend
Well, that looks promising.
10 feet.
Yeah, I say we try that to go
All right.
the descend.
Okay.
And again, we're hugging Rocky because
Gather
he's our
around.
best friend.
There's a little
There's-
clock on the ground. Maybe we can turn this trap off.
This one
There's a
is one
what?
of these very bright glowing glyphs that you've seen that have this blinding light. Sort of blocks view. You've seen quite a few of these so far.
Can you remind me what we've seen, what they've been related to?
You haven't
I don't know.
checked them. You've just seen them and walked over them.
We've
They
walked
haven't
through them.
done
Okay.
anything.
Okay.
But yeah, there's just like a column of brilliant, very bright light coming off of it. And as you like get closer, your eyes seem to focus, and we can see beyond it. And you see a set of double obsidian doors. And these ones simply depict Tiamat with all of her 5 heads, each one breathing a different breath weapon down at the base of the door.
Do we want to go that way?
I mean, we gotta hunt for.
Aren't we going to go somewhere else before we went and look for Tiamat?
We got to go
Well-
find the potentially hypothetically find the other
5
Dragons.
dragons.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that are supposedly, it looks like, in their demi realm, according to the book's log that Bell had.
Maybe we
So-
Captain's log.
back there.
Yep. So
We
Alright,
Wanna
you
check
notice
the
the
other doors?
doors are actually ajar as you approach.
oh,
So, yeah,
Marmalade.
they're actually I knew Rocky would love that one. They're ajar. They're not even a set of doors. They're just ajar.
uh-huh.
But it looks like that someone has like sort of left them a little bit open.
All right,
All right, you
finish opening them.
push on the door after luckily managing to avoid this pit trap that Krusk is hovering above. You stepped in just the right place, Rocky, and you see something insane. There is ahead of you a very large hallway, and this churning sound of this ambient noise grows louder. This enormous hall set with rows of pillars that are carved in the shapes of elemental and fiendish creatures. There is a great rift that's just ripped through the floor here, and there is a stream of chaotic elemental energy blasting upwards, flowing all the way up sort of near the ceiling and outwards. There are tendrils splitting off from this pulsing column of energy, and each one seems to be a different element. Cold, acid, poison, lightning, and fire. As you approach, tiny little strands. Some of them are as thin as a hair. Others are as thick as a piece of spaghetti or a rope. They sort of very slowly dance up, trying to sort of just peer towards you and almost caress you, but then they just sort of violently hit the anti-magic field and are rebounded back as they sort of dance away. Meanwhile, other elements just sort of swirl around. They almost wrap and coil themselves around these pillars here. You
Hey,
also
look, there's
see
a button.
another keystone. This one is set into the floor, flush with the ground.
Someone's already pushed it.
So
has it already been pushed?
Maybe. Let's
I'm gonna
watch
walk
the other
forward and see if the
Wait, well,
gate stuff
what?
closes.
Alright, you sort of have more of these tendrils sort of bounce off the anti-magic field, Rocky. And also, you just see like the energy here like pushed down into the ground. Like it is, even this powerful elemental force is still suppressed by an anti-magic field.
Does it close the rift?
It doesn't close
those
the
areas?
rift. It suppresses it while you're near it.
So here's the question with this, what looks to be this keystone. So the other one was raised, and then Rocky pushed on it. This is with the one with all the maze.
Yeah, it just stood
And
on
when
it,
Rocky-
it's turned and sunk into the ground. Now this
All
one's
right, so-
already sunk into the ground.
All right, that was my
And
question.
it looks
I'm sorry,
identical
that's
to the previous one.
right, but it's already sunk into the ground. All right, that's what I just wanted to know, whether it was raised or sunk into the ground. All right. So we see this rift. Do we want to? I'd prefer not to step over the rift. Do we want to maybe step over to the side here and get a better view, or can you see anything special, Rocky?
You guys,
Is there any blades
you
on the
guys
ceiling?
also receive 4,000 experience points each for overcoming these traps and puzzles somewhat very easily, thanks to Rocky.
Oh. Yes, thank you,
Is
Rocky.
there any blades on the ceiling?
No blades on the
How long does this
ceiling.
thing- how
All right,
long does that,
so you guys can go
anti-magic
explore.
last?
Anti-magic is an hour?
It's like an hour or
An
something?
hour, yeah.
Yeah.
And like as you guys are standing here, these little different tendrils of elemental energy, like little frosty strands of cold, little wispy strands of poison, these bubbling little strands of acid, and these little flicking flames, little arcs of lightning. They're all sort of reaching up like they're trying to just caress you or grab you. Just very gently though. And not
Yeah,
and it
threatening
probably
that.
wouldn't-
Definitely goes south. I can't.
And I don't even have to pay.
Like for the 7th time, there's other doors. This room has no exit.
Oh. Okay, so there's nothing, we can't see anything in this room at all? I can't see far
I
enough.
don't-
You have a better vision than I do. You can see
I don't
120
see
feet. I can see 60.
There's no exit in this room. Unless it's a
All
different
right.
door.
Let's go back then.
All right.
Wait, so do we think that this might be the entrances to the Dragon's Lair, since there's like all of those elements here?
No, the place we think is the entrance to to Tiamat's lair is where there were the
No,
6
he's talking
orbs.
about the 5 dragon masks.
The 5 dragons masks.
Yeah, I don't know.
They don't look
it
like
could
portals
be,
to
but
me.
I don't. Yeah, it doesn't look like. I don't get that feeling either. I could be completely
No, it
mistaken.
looks like something's gonna hurt us.
Yeah,
What?
It's very gently gonna crush you for lots of damage.
yeah, for like 12d10 points of damage of fire,
You
acid,
could
or
make
whatever.
Arcana checks to try and like have an idea if you've ever heard of something like this.
Okay. I'm gonna. I was gonna say I was gonna help Corwin.
Ooh.
So.
And I thought I had
Alright.
guidance on there. So
It's not a very it's not a very high DC to understand that these are rifts that are channeling elemental forces. And Rocky, you're the only one that really believes that these are probably they lead
Direct
to
paths.
these extra
Elemental planes.
planar rifts. So you think they're going to teleport you?
Oh,
They're most likely it's a teleportation rift, a way to travel into these extraplanar realms.
oh. Well, on that note,
You don't think that you would have much choice as to whether you're going to go or not. If given the enough time, you think these strands of elemental energy will wrap around you, and when enough has, they'll pull you in.
Do we?
And there's
Does
5
he think
different
it would
elements
hurt
here?
us?
No, you don't think it will hurt you. You think those other columns though, that will definitely hurt you. They're like pure energy just churning up and down.
Oh, you mean the portal columns? Those
Yeah,
other ones?
If you had to, I'll have everyone make investigation checks as well. And I'll give Maharu advantage.
I have a belly button.
Alright, Maharu, you take a look at this journal again, and you sort of put 2 and 2 together, and you do believe that this rift is a portal into these 5 different demi-planes, each that are created in the likeness of a dragon's lair. And you believe that the dragons are guarding these masks.
Alright. So, Corwin, are you fixed? Or, sorry, Krusk, are you fixed yet?
No,
minutes?
but I can, when I step out, I will fix him.
Do you fix
Do we want
him?
to check the other door before we go?
Yeah, the only
Sure.
problem is once we do, because you've got to shut off your thing, so do we want... Yeah, that's a good point. Do we want to go down and check the other door, or do we just want to go through this now?
Well, if we go through another door,
No, the door that was on the other side of Blender.
yeah. So it's up to you.
We should go in there and see if there's an off switch.
I don't think there's an off switch for these
Or
gates.
some fat loot.
No, for the blender.
Yeah, for the blender place, maybe if we go
Oh.
through the doors, we'll find a keystone that'll allow us to turn the blender off.
Mm,
Because once you get... Because the only reason we can do this is because of your anti-magic field. And you have to
Right.
drop it if we're going to go through these portals.
Find the trap.
Can we all just move back over to the door instead of like crawling 1 foot at a time?
Yeah,
yeah, let's talk about
I presume that you're...
Yeah, that's why I've been stating we hug Rocky, and we realize that I decide for his next gift he's going to be getting some deodorant.
Alright,
Except for Ivan, I bump him with my butt out of the anti-magic field.
this obsidian door is just like blank. There's no features to it at all. Just a blank
Open sesame.
door. Alright, you push
Have
it
my
open,
trusty crowbar.
and You find
Ooh,
a
a couch.
couch. Yeah, it's
Ooh.
some sort of living chambers. It looks in a bad state. You see tapestries and paintings that are scorched and have decayed from age or have been slashed and they're riddled with black mold. The furnishings look like they were once fine, but now they've rotted and crumbled, and the air is heavy with the scent of decay. And Rocky, you see someone, a ghostly figure, just hunching over this decrepit-looking bed. He looks humanoid in shape, but he has these ghastly long claws, and he looks like
How you doing?
a male, bald head, no real distinct features.
Yeah. You might want to step back there.
And he doesn't really register you, and he seems to be sort of making the bed. And those of you without true sight are just seeing these decrepit, filthy blankets just sort of trying to tuck themselves into this moldering bed. And after he completes that task, he goes over and just starts trying to like fix up some tapestries, and then he goes over and tries to like fluff the cushion of the couch, and it's just like he's not affected by the anti-magic field, nor does he become visible as he steps into it. And those of you without true sight are just seeing things move by themselves like a poltergeist.
Hey guys, we should clean up the room a bit. Do a little mending here and there.
Okay, I was purposely in front of you, Rocky, because if your anti-magic field goes down, we get screwed.
Yeah, it's
So-
okay.
Goes over to a cupboard and it starts arranging things on the cupboard, and then they just these fixings, they do nothing to try and enhance the grandeur of the room. It's just all decrepit and things are crumbling. And
I fixed the chair.
No, you
Give it a
don't.
quick fix.
You're in an anti-magic field.
Oh, that's right. Well, I'm a dwarf. I fix it with
Hammer it.
woodworking and stuff. I hammer it.
Rocky hammers the couch better.
That's it.
Yeah, all of
Push
the
the peg
furnishings
back.
are old, and so you start like arranging things, Rocky, and fixing things
Yeah,
up.
just clean up for a minute or two.
Alrighty. You clean up for a minute or two, and the creature now takes notice of you. And he just sort of comes up to you and stares at you. And he puts like one of these clawed hands on your shoulder. And then he points towards the cupboard.
Okay. I go over and I clean up the cupboard a little bit.
Alrighty, you start cleaning up the cupboard, and he comes over. And then he's sort of just still pointing at the cupboard.
I open the cupboard.
And then he keeps pointing at it some more.
All right.
He doesn't seem to be able to talk. The cupboard, it's just mouldering robes. They look like old, decrepit, non-magical wizard robes.
Okay. Anything in the pockets?
Mold and mush.
Okay,
Dust.
anything behind the cupboard?
Make a investigation check, Rocky. Or a perception check. You don't see anything, but then the creature continues to point, and he points at a particular part of the wall.
All right. Look at
you
that part
just-
of the wall.
You just see
Stone cutting.
you just see the back of the wardrobe, and behind the wardrobe is just more of this obsidian wall. You got no idea what he's pointing at.
Corwin, you want to
Yep.
come take a look over here? I've got a friend here who's pointing in this general area.
Or maybe Maharu?
Or somebody.
Yeah, I'll go look.
I can go
Maharu's more
over.
investigative than me.
Alright, you can investigate or perception as well.
Can I aid his
guidance,
investigation?
Yeah, you can both search and give him advantage.
You can't
Okay.
guidance us, Rocky.
Oh, that's right. Never
Yeah.
mind.
Yep,
damn.
but I was helping you, Maharu, and let me make sure I don't have
I
that.
can guide it.
That's okay. It's good anyway.
Okay, yeah.
Looks like.
So
Alright, so even with a thorough investigation, Mario, you've got no idea what he's pointing at.
I don't know.
I guidanced him. I don't know if you heard me. Or not.
Yeah.
Yep, with a 28. You're not seeing anything there. You don't know what he's pointing at.
Something
Maybe
interdimensional.
back up so that your anti-magic field isn't there, and then I'll try.
Alright. I'll fluff the couch cushions while he's doing that.
Alright, he starts trying to, he comes over to like the couch and sits on it, and he hunches his shoulders over and starts like just scratching with one of his nails on the wood. And then he just scratches, and then he sort of just looks up to you, Rocky. Make an insight check.
Maybe he's trying to spell letters or something.
Yeah, you think he's trying to write something, but he doesn't have
Okay.
any
Um,
parchment or pen.
I lay out parchment and pen on the table.
He picks up the pen, and do you lay ink out as well, Rocky?
I do.
Is it magical ink?
It is not.
Okay. He writes a name. It says Lothar. Lothar.
I look for Voltron.
that was his name, wasn't it? That was the evil guy's name, right?
It was, yeah.
Alright. Lothar.
Alright, you say that, and suddenly a chest appears on the ground. It's a spectral chest, and it appears near the cupboard. Inside the cupboard.
Alright.
The
Somebody
small,
want to
regular
investigate
sized
that?
chest. Sort of
Yeah, I'll
glowing
mage hand
blue.
it open.
Inside, there is a wand or a rod.
Okay, I'll mage hand it up in the air and look at it.
As you mage hand it out, it's only half a rod.
That's what she said. Sorry.
Yeah, no personal life here for you, buddy.
Yeah, I know. That's what my wife says. I mean, no, never.
It looks like it's snapped. The other half, nowhere to be seen.
Okay.
Does it look like it was a
Um,
magic wand or like a removable rod? Or
Yeah, it looks like it was magical. You can't really tell what it is though without the other half. Looks like it's missing the
Well,
keystone.
I give the room a thorough search as I'm putting it back
I'm going to
together.
ask him, is the other half around here?
He then just places his hand on your shoulder, Rocky, and just stares at you with this hollow expression before he fades away and disappears.
That
He
was
just
sad.
vanishes.
I guess the
So
other
I
half
say
might
that-
not be in here.
I say the name backwards.
Say the name backwards and no more chests
Lothar.
appear.
Okay.
Say the name again. Say my name, say my name.
Can I search
Alright.
around? Check, like, the other cupboards?
I'll presume with your 28 investigation check, you take a very thorough search, and as far as you can tell, this room used to belong to a magic user of sorts, but it has long since fallen into disrepair, and there is little evidence to who this person was. Everything has faded away.
Interesting.
That's too bad. I want
Half
to
a
talk to him
rod. Is
for a
it
little
a
while.
half a rod or half a wand?
Could be either.
All right.
We'll know when we find the other half. All right.
Alright. Off to kill some dragons.
Are you going to
So,
fix Krusk?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. Krusk, come here, please. And
Thank you much.
Yeah.
Crust gets sucked out into the blades. No, I'm joking.
Yeah.
So,
As soon as he steps out.
did that. I had to do it at a 4th level. So that is 6. Oh, that sucked. 58. How much are you still down?
100.
Are you still down 100?
No, I'm down like 70.
All right, I'm gonna do it
He
again.
stubbed his toe.
Okay, you get 71. Does that pretty much top you off?
Yeah, that's
129.
almost full.
Okay.
All right.
How many
to the
total
other
hit
one.
points do you have, by the way?
Thank you very much. At the moment, with the Hero's Feast, I have 275. But normally I have 260.
Crap.
264.
Only 275, huh?
Yeah, I'm gonna put that up to see another one of these.
Okay, so the first question is if we're gonna go in here in the demi-plane, do we want to go in buffed up?
So we should go in the red
wait,
one first.
Let's do the dragon in the room here. How are we gonna live if the entire plane is just filled with whatever this element?
No, I'm good if it's fire.
Read the journal entry again.
Let me see.
thought that,
Namely, the third paragraph.
That's what I.
It's the comfort of their own lair, so we should be fine.
So you think that this leads to like this pseudo drag? Each one leads to a pseudo dragon lair.
yeah.
Okay,
So-
I'm just concerned about the elements that are pouring
So it's
out of
not-
it. Like,
No, just representative of the red for the red dragon, the blue for the blue, green for the
Okay.
green.
So here is my suggestion: is that we put up some buffs before we go in. Maybe we want to put holy weapon on Krusk, and let's see what else. Maybe
Foresight.
What we'll take a 10-minute intermission now.
Yeah.
And
good
Okay.
idea why we
Yeah.
think
You
about
guys
what you
can-
can do. You can do a concentration.
yeah, think about some sort of game plan if you like, and then we'll continue then.
Yep.
So
Okay, I'll be right back.
Cool.
All right.
I'll see you guys back in about 10 minutes or so.
And I am back. Anybody else back?
I'm back.
Okay. So, do you think we should put Holy Weapon on Krusk?
Yeah. Good plan.
Yeah,
Unless
I was
we're gonna
thinking.
need Holy Aura.
Oh, Holy Aura. How long does Holy Aura last?
Something like maybe an hour.
Check up Holy Aura, because that is a good point. Because Holy Aura.
It's an
What
8th level
advantage?
spell.
Yeah, but what's it do for you again?
Everything's at disadvantage to hit you, and you're at advantage to saves.
Is it period no matter what it is, or is
Pretty
it just
much.
you? I just want to make sure it's.
in my group. 30 feet from me when I cast it.
Okay. One second. So, Holy Aura. Just verify it.
I can do one, maybe a second one with the 9th level slot. But we've got 5 dragons, so
Yeah,
probably
that's.
gonna have to fight them all.
Yep, and so the biggest advantage is that you're really all your Holy Aura is going to do is give us advantage on all saving other
can't hear you, hang
creatures.
Say again?
Okay, so we're going to get advantage on all saving throws, and other creatures have disadvantage on all. Okay,
Yes.
and it lasts. Now here's the problem: Holy Aura only lasts for 1. So.
Oh.
Yeah, so no. The answer is you really don't want to start off with it. Okay.
We're in trouble.
Yeah, that's a... We're getting mauled. The biggest advantage is if there are a whole bunch of creatures attacking. That's where it really helps. Okay. Alright. Do you have a Warcaster?
Of course.
Okay. Just making sure.
Mm-hmm.
Tell you what I need...
Do you want me to tell you what happens?
No! You are to say nothing. I'll probably watch it tomorrow. You know, we're only 500 XP from another boon, right?
Yeah,
Are
yeah.
you talking again and I can't hear you? Hang on.
Okay, tell me when you can hear me.
Go.
I can hear you.
Yeah, we're only 500 away from another boon, so...
Right? Sounds like absorb elements to me.
You can't take the same thing twice.
I took shield.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
yeah,
but
you're
that
right.
boon is...
Right.
Yeah, one
Well, I'll
boon.
take-
One boon is the max of a type that you can take.
Right. I'll find something. Maybe 40 hit points. I'll try and catch up to Crest.
Good luck.
Yeah.
So,
Well, he has like a 20 con, so...
Nope, only 16.
No, I'm talking about Corwin.
Yeah. I
Oh,
got a
nice.
20.
Sweet.
Yeah. You could always raise your charisma up again.
alright. You guys have found yourself amidst this elemental rift. You believe that is a portal into various demi-planes, respective dragons.
So, is Ed back yet?
Yeah.
You are? Okay. So, before we go in there, I'm just recommending that we get ready, get buffed up, if possible. And I was thinking of Krusk maybe with Holy Weapon. And I don't know, Maharu, can you do the Long Strider thing that lets him move faster? If Maharu's here. I don't even know if he's here.
I'm here.
Wow! You know what? You could do much better voices than that, Seb.
What do you mean?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Holy Weapon and Foresight sounds like, oh my god, are you kidding me?
Well, you already have Foresight, but I'm trying to think of,
I know. Yeah.
Maharu, I think, can give you Long Strider, because he's done it before, and I think it's a non-concentration one, like for an hour, so you get an extra 10 movement, so you have like a 50 movement, and you can fly. So, because we want to make sure you
Maybe
get it.
Some good damage.
That's what I'm hoping. Yeah. So,
Is Dragonface still watching, or can we slip away and, you know?
oh, speaking of which, what did you take as your second boon?
Alrighty.
Barocca's with you guys. He hasn't left at any time.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
No,
so,
no time for a quick job on hand. Alright.
No.
I took
No.
this one.
Time for a what job?
A Vecna hand job.
Oh.
Krusk wants to slip away for a quick hand job. He's looking for volunteers.
Wow!
and a Vecna job.
Yeah. Maharu, were you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
I was thinking, because we're thinking about putting a Holy Weapon on Krusk. I don't know, I think one time you put Long Strider on Krusk so he could have an extra 10 feet movement.
But
But how long does it last?
Don't you use the broom? Don't you using like a broom of flying, Cross?
No, he's got the,
Winged boots.
Oh, okay.
he only gets
Yeah.
a certain amount of time on it, but it's a good.
Yeah,
amount of time.
I don't think a long strider increases. It's going to help him fly more. It could help him walk more. It doesn't.
Well,
It doesn't increase the movement speed of magic items, so.
I think boots and flying say you fly at your movement speed.
yeah,
Oh.
that's what I thought too.
That's different.
Yeah.
Then.
Yep, that's why I was thinking about it. So I don't know and does it last an hour or just 10 minutes?
It's 1 hour.
Okay. That was just what I was thinking. And I don't think it's concentration. I could be completely mistaken.
No, it's not.
So. But again, I don't know how many spell slots you have or whatever, so whatever you think is best.
Yeah, alright, that's fine.
Okay, so we're just waiting on Rocky then to get back?
Alright. Yeah.
Cool.
You're here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Well,
Okay.
actually,
Are you good after you drop that magic thing, putting Holy Weapon on Krusk?
I'll cast it on the two of us.
I can if you want.
Alright.
Well, I mean, it's your spell slot, but the only thing is with Corwin was possibly going, depending on what happens, he might be using Aura, the Holy Aura spell.
You guys get boot icon for long strider.
Okay.
Pretend you're not dodging.
Right.
Long strider would be so much better if you got the dodge action every round for free.
Wow, that would be crazy tough.
The only thing is, the holy weapon. If I put that on, there's no spirit guardians or pretty much almost anything else useful from me.
Okay, all right. No, that's a good point. So what do you think, Corwin? Dash,
Yeah. What?
do you want to put Holy Weapon on Krusk then?
I can.
Okay.
I'll do it. Unless Rocky's doing it, doesn't matter.
Okay. Holy weapon goes on. I presume, Rocky, you're dropping this anti-magic field at some stage.
Yep. Once we're ready to go and we've got our plan. Yep.
Okay. And our goal is to go to the dragons and talk to them very politely and just ask them to give us the mass. When they give it to us, then we'll just leave. We'll thank them, be very courteous, and leave, and not do anything hostile or detrimental or aggressive to them, because that just would be that wouldn't be nice. And we're all about being nice.
Maybe we
Because
can
we have
fool
an
them
image
into
to
thinking that
maintain.
we're here for the masks.
Should I
Nice
drink a
dragons
potion of
finish last,
heroism? I have one potion of heroism. Should I save it for Tiamat? Probably.
Save it.
I would save it probably for the Tiamat thing, yeah. Because we've only got, I think, one. We might have... Well, I know I gave you one. Maybe I have one in the party, but yeah, I would
I've
probably
got one
save
on
it.
me, but yeah.
And that might be
We
also
can-
what Rocky does. Maybe Rock, because he has the prayer bead still, because we're not unattuned to anything. So,
Do we
okay,
wanna
is
start
everybody...
at the?
Are you
Yeah,
casting Holy
I'm
Weapon,
ready.
Colin?
Yeah, I've dropped the magic.
Okay.
No.
Alright, anti-magic field goes down. Suddenly all of
Do we get to control which one we get to go to first?
magic items reactivate, and you immediately, as you stand near this fiery part of the rift, you're immediately met with these tiny little strands of red energy, wisps of fire blowing off of them. They start off about as thin as a hair, and they start to just wrap around Corwin's feet, around your arms, ever so gently. And then they sort of start to expand, and as you move forward, Ivan, the same thing happens. They start to reach out towards you. And you feel them starting to intensify. And you start to feel this gentle pull. And I guess you guys are going in the fire one, because now the tendrils just really start to raise up, and you guys are just dragged in to this portal very violently. And I still don't think Corwin's actually cast Holy Weapon yet.
I thought he did.
I never saw it.
I took it off my sheet. You said you cast it. I took it off.
Oh, when you cast a spell, though, just as a common courtesy, just
Sure.
cast the spell. Thanks.
There you go.
Alrighty.
Yeah,
So-
we might as well start when we're most full with the biggest dragon.
Alrighty, you guys are you're just like taken into this portal, and everyone feels this intense heat. Apart from you, Rocky, you're just plunged into this incredible churning. It feels like you're in the side of a volcano, and you find yourself in a very cramped, narrow passageway. You see
Right.
bubbling, churning lava ahead of you. There are some stalagmites sticking up, jutting out of the ground, as well as a column of rock. And as you look behind you, you see this red pulsating glow. It looks like a curtain, like leading into a portal. And then suddenly you hear something shuffle ahead of you as you just feel this. You can smell the smell of sulfur in the air, and you feel this intense heat. You can almost say you're being burned alive, but it doesn't damage you, and none of this affects you whatsoever, Rocky.
Alrighty.
All right, so someone steps out from behind a column of rock. It's a Githyanki warrior. And let me just fix this map up a little bit. It's not quite straight. He's clad in full plate mail, studded with red rubies. He carries a big silver greatsword in his hand. And he just sort of stands there. Kakulakas, Marcus, Garukas, Takasa, Makantolaka. Start speaking in Gith.
Kaplach.
Takbak Takbe.
Gatoko, Makastola, Shekikoha, Gagagoga!
It's a good day to
He
die.
starts yelling.
Do we know what language he's speaking?
Gith.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, no one knows Gith.
And he
And,
starts like shaking
Juliet.
he starts shaking his sword in a pretty hostile manner, and he yells some more. Gagagogaga! It looks like the Githyanki on the right.
Okay.
Maybe we should shut him up.
Hi. Do you understand the words coming from my lips?
Yeah. Give me 1 second.
And he's just like, sort of, as you step forward, he sort of stands his ground. And he definitely looks like he could strike at any second.
Greetings. I hold my hands up.
He yells some more, Gagago! And sort of gestures with his great sword. He gestures for you to go away.
Tell him we gotta go that way.
He doesn't seem like he understands what you're saying, and now he's just like yelling at you.
Because yelling makes foreign people understand better. Are you
That's
American?
what Americans do. Yeah, that works for us.
He's like, Gago, Raga, Gaga, Guru,
Oh, okay, just a minute. Who's got the good berries?
Alright, he very quickly now just-
Gawapana weep ninny bop, and I
he
give him the good
loses
berries.
his patience and he just moves into attack. You see this shift of his greave, you know he's about to swing his sword and move up to Rocky. You're up, Ivan.
Okay, so I'm flying, and
This
just
passageway,
curious.
it's only 5 feet wide. There's no room for you to fly around in it. And as you sort of look into this chamber, you see the ceiling 10 feet up, and there's just a bubbling, churning pool of lava behind the Githyanki.
No
That's
fly
exactly,
zone.
yeah. So I wanted
fly
to
zone.
get right in here. Can I get up above Rusk?
Yep, it's 10 feet high, so there's a space above him.
All right.
feet.
So
He's tall.
I know I'm like on top of, and I'm going to
Stand on my shoulder.
You see the
Yeah.
ceiling sort of start to raise up a little bit more, about 15 feet over here, and then it just sort of closes in on itself against the back
Okay.
wall where there's this bubbling, churning lava bubbling away.
All right.
Hear it hiss.
I'm gonna go ahead and cast X on him.
X
My
goes
bonus
on.
action. Yep. And then I'm gonna go ahead and hit him with Eldritch Blast. And let me take off that. I accidentally had Blast instead of Hex, and so let me do an extra 1d6 damage, and I have to try it. I knock him back 10 feet.
Alrighty, you shift him back. Wow! And this massive force just knocks him back straight into
Okay.
the lava.
Okay,
And he screams.
Yeah, that's the whole reason, guys, that we have repulse. And now I hit him with the other 3 without pushing him back. So,
Alrighty, as he's sort of wading in the lava, the lip of the little pool here does give him a bit of cover, but you hit him again for 17 force damage. And you hit him again for 15 damage.
okay.
And you hit him again for 12 points.
Okay, and
It is very, very hot where you are as well, Ivan. Not hot enough to do damage, but
yeah.
it is
All
searing.
right, yeah, but I'm 10 feet up, and I
You're like
am.
just sweating. Sweat is dripping off your face,
Right.
and you can barely breathe. You feel like you're just inhaling fire.
All right, I'm done. Well, I have resistance to fire right now, so I don't know if that makes it any better.
It makes it a little bit more comfortable.
Right. Okay. Then I'm done.
You're just inhaling like hot tea instead.
Well, hot tea. I mean, heck, that's gonna give me a like a buff, isn't it?
Sulfur flavored.
Mm-hmm. And I'm sorry, I needed to hit EOT.
Rocky.
I am done.
Alright. Gonna walk up over here and say, "Why? You were the chosen one! Anakin!" And I'll throw my hammer at him,
Okay. That hits.
using the force to make it come back to me.
Bounces off as you hit him for 24 points of damage. Maharu.
I'm pretty shocked this guy's still up here.
Yeah, he's literally swimming in lava.
Well, I don't feel like going in there, so I'm just gonna blink him. I missed.
It does miss. Alright.
Side here.
He's just screaming. And he disappears under the surface of the lava.
Bye.
Yeah, Ivan, even though he's good again, that just kind of felt good. Good alignment.
1000 XP each.
Yeah, and I remember
yeah.
you don't want to mess with those guys. Those guys were mean.
Oh, did I miss you were giving out repentances this morning?
I only did one.
Yeah, because it takes an hour. And we'll see how long mine takes. Mine might not take.
I can do you tomorrow. Let me pencil you in.
Yeah, you can.
Okay,
I'm
I'm
a
not
priest.
sure how to take that.
Alright, so yeah, you just see these
I'm a
natural
priest.
pillars of rock jutting out here. And you see just a a churning pool of lava.
Okay. I'm gonna jump across and go see what's over here.
Alright, Rocky, hold on. Oh, there shouldn't be a gap there. Now you're stuck in the wall. Alright, you do dive into the lava though, Rocky, and you can't see, you're effectively blinded, but you can quickly tell that there is a tunnel leading through the lava here and here.
Oh. Alright. Does it show how far the tunnel goes, or
You can't
I
see.
guess I'm blind. Yeah.
Yeah,
Alright.
you're having a real
So I'll
hard
come back
time seeing. You just
Swim
everything
through
is just
lava.
glowing red, and it's very difficult to swim through lava as well. It's almost impossible. You're just sort of sinking to the bottom of the ground and walking along the ground.
Well, I got good news and bad news, guys. The good news is I think I found the way.
What's the bad news?
We have to sacrifice your families to get there,
Don't think I have
or
one
we have to go through
anymore.
lava, one or the other. There's tunnels
Okay.
down there.
Yeah, so it's like a 10-foot wide, 10-foot deep pit, and it's just filled full of churning lava. And from what you can tell, Rocky, it's just like a lava tube. Like a
I look
tube
at
of a
Tilton. Hey, aren't
volcano.
you immune to fire? Ivan?
I'm not immune to fire. I'm resistant to
Oh.
fire, but I'm not immune to it.
What if you morph? Are you immune to fire?
Yeah, but then I couldn't fit.
It's only 10 feet if the other dragon can fit.
You're seeing something
How far
very
down?
strange now, Rocky. It's 10 feet down. You're seeing something very strange. As you look around, you see like this flickering. As if you're seeing like two different realities at once. One of them appears, as these walls do, but you can sort of vaguely see through them. Instead, you see something much, much different. You seem to be standing on a column of obsidian, and you're on a small rocky precipice, and you're looking into the center of an active volcano.
Oh, that's not good. Isn't that where the Dragon Queen lives? Or is it a different volcano?
She lives in a volcano, yes, but not one filled with lava, from what you could tell. This one is a
Okay.
full active, churning, bubbling caldera of an active volcano. But you're seeing
well.
this sort of... The walls, these walls here are sort of like translucent, although they're very physical when you try to interact
would-
with them. But you're seeing
That would
both,
explain how I got to the other side there.
both images.
Well, I'll describe that to the others, because me am so smart. SMRT. Me failed
Hey,
dwarvish, that impossible.
Is it like just 10 feet under and then across? Like, is this just like a little puddle?
Basically, yeah, a puddle of lava.
With a tunnel under it.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna...
Can I like use Move Earth to excavate over here and shift the tunnel over, like the lava over this way?
Alrighty, you cast Move Earth, and
I did.
show me the spell. Alright, the cantrip does not work. It does not interact at all with any of the rock or ground.
I think this is all like force, magical force, made to look like,
It
This
basically
area.
fails the spell. It doesn't even like cast. As if
Okay.
you're not actually choosing a portion of dirt or stone.
Alright, so do you want me to go down one of those tunnels for a bit and see how long it takes, or if there's an exit, or...
So I think Corwin might have a good idea, but you probably want to have an idea of where it goes first. Maybe you and the dwarf can go together? I'll look at the dwarf, and we need someone to... Rocky needs someone to help him scout, and And
Hey, maybe there's a
we
little
think
bit.
the two dwarves together, working together, hand in hand.
Yeah, I'll
would be a
whisper.
really
Maybe we
good
can
idea.
grab a scoop or two before the others get there. We show them the way.
It suggests we go down by ourselves into the unknown.
Well, yeah. Just me
You're
and
just
you.
scouting. You're going to come back, though.
Seems awfully dangerous, but make a persuasion check. Perhaps you can persuade me.
All right.
That's what I was looking to do.
Well, you know, if there's a pile of stuff there, we could probably scoop a handful or 2 or 3.
All right. This does seem like a bad idea, but as long as you go first, I'll be right behind you, brother.
All right. I'm perceptive in telling him about the gems will help.
Just
You know what? I missed that you did a perception, not a persuasion.
drops
check.
into the lava and sinks straight to the ground.
All right. We'll feel our way along there and see how far it goes.
Oh, there's 2 tunnels, one to the northwest, one to the...
We'll go
one to
southeast
the
first.
east. Alrighty. You step through, Rocky, and you feel yourself in a very cramped passage. And as far as you can tell, it's just a tunnel flooded with lava. There's no gap in the roof where there's not lava. There's no space in the floor where there's not lava. It's just you're wading through full lava. And you just see you can sort of get an idea of your surroundings by feeling around. So you just feel these tunnels leading off in all different directions.
Good thing dwarfs never lose their way. Alright. We'll explore a little bit here. Maybe there's a shut-off valve.
Alright, there are tunnels intersecting all different ways here. The passage opens up a bit wider. And now you start to feel around and you feel very smooth worked stone. And you feel a couple of alcoves and some doors. One to your east and one to your west.
Oh, let's open this one.
Alrighty, you open the door and you cannot believe what you see. The lava
Red.
is going completely vertical, creating a wall, and then it just stops as if it's being contained with some sort of unseen force, and it opens up into an odd-shaped, empty room. And hovering above the floor with their legs crossed, with their eyes closed, are 3 sets of Githzerai. Triplets. And the middle one opens her eyes. They all
3
just
sets, so 9
keep-
total?
3 sets of Githzerai. Triplets. One set.
Okay.
And one of them opens her eyes. And she greets you.
Giggity.
Hello.
Hello.
I thought you were the one to call for me, for us. But you are no Githzerai.
No.
You are a dwarf.
Mostly.
Very strange to see a dwarf in this area. And again, there's just this disparity between the lava. It's just completely flat, flush here with the wall, and then you just got a completely empty, albeit very hot and stuffy room that's completely dry. The lava doesn't pour out by any means.
This is a neat trick, stopping the lava. Is there a way to turn that lava off?
Oh, this is not the workings of us. We are merely on a pilgrimage. Alright, we're gonna stop there, Rocky, and we're gonna go back to the rest of the party. Alright, Corwin,
Okay.
Husk, Ivan, Maharu, you guys have seen Rocky gone for about 10 minutes now. What do you do? They haven't come back.
Just wait.
I
Eat a
don't,
good
I
berry.
don't know what we can do. I'll be honest, I wasn't expecting it to be 10 minutes. Does anybody have any ideas?
I'm good for waiting a little bit. Seeing if you
Yeah. Yeah, I'll stand there on guard, like, with my weapon ready.
Let me see, I'm gonna try to just message them, but I'm gonna get up flush here, point my finger in the direction that they left, and I'm gonna try the message spell just to see if they are doing okay.
Alrighty. Let's have a look. You didn't get any response. Alright, you guys just hope for the best. Meanwhile, we'll get back over to Rocky.
Yeah, I don't know what else I can do. I don't have any other spells that would make
Okay.
Yeah.
Just mill about that.
Meanwhile, back on the ranch.
So, curious dwarf, what brings you here? Do you have a purpose also?
Well, I'm mostly exploring, but I heard there was a dragon around here, and I always wanted to see a dragon up close.
Ah, yes. There is indeed a dragon here. That's why we're here. We are to be sacrificed to the mighty Cloth as a way to unify the Githzerai and the Githyanki race.
Well, that doesn't seem pleasant.
It is necessary. For too long have our kinds differed. Through our sacrifice, we will create unity. And Githzerai and Githyanki, they will be at peace once more. And we shall be known as heroes, as Zerth was before us. We are the Trinity.
How will sacrificing you bring peace?
It is what Queen Vlad has requested. A sacrifice to Tiamat.
Can't go against a queen then, can we?
She is not our queen. She is the Lich Queen of Tunarath, the Githyanki city in the astral plane. She has made a deal with our people. She has declared peace and unity for the sacrifice of us. An offering to Tiamat.
Well, I can certainly understand your willingness to sacrifice yourself for an ideal of peace.
It is our destiny.
Sure you want to?
Oh, this has happened for a reason. This is out of our control. This is all part of a greater plan. This is necessary. We await for the mighty dragon to take us.
Do you know where the dragon is? Or I could go, sneak a peek?
We do not.
How do you get there?
We are simply meditating, and we are waiting for destiny to take its place.
Well, do you know when destiny's gonna happen?
It is not for our place to say that.
Can I get you some food? Some dwarven ale?
Food.
Anything? Yeah.
Food is a material thing. Our bodies are just vessels. We have no use for food.
Oh. How about dwarven spirits?
Thank you for the
if
kind
you're-
offer. But we are fine. I speak for my sisters. For we are one.
Little companionship? I mean, if you're gonna be sacrificed soon, you might want to have a little bit of fun. Giggity.
I do enjoy your company, noble dwarf, and you, gold-bearded dwarf. Although you're not really a dwarf, are you? Ah. Yeah. Nope. But you did not answer my question. Why do you find yourself here?
We're looking for a dragon mask.
I do hope you find it on your journey, and I hope your destiny becomes complete, as ours soon will be.
Well, if you need anything, just shout for Rocky, and do my best.
She
If you
nods
change
her
your
head.
mind, let me know.
Alright, meanwhile, we'll go back over to Krusk, Ivan, Mahara, and Corwin. It's been about 20 minutes now, and they haven't returned.
Is the lava flowing? Is there like a direction it's going in?
It's like a bit of a circular hub here. It sort of just swells around. It looks like it's coming from both directions.
So
And none of these rocks or anything do anything?
They're just some
Like,
stalactites sticking up from the ground and a column of rock. The only way that you can tell to progress here is to dive into the lava.
Me and the other dwarf are going to head back.
So, one question I'm still trying to do, I know with Rocky's True Sight, he saw some weird stuff, but I don't know if he communicated that to us or not.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, so can you say, can you say what it was he saw that was weird?
So he's seeing all the walls to be ever so slightly sort of see-through, semi-transparent, but all the walls are very tangible, of course. But he's seeing like these walls sort of superimposed onto what looks like the mouth of a churning volcano, or actually not even the mouth, like inside the caldera of a churning volcano. As if these walls are just an illusion and you're actually inside a volcano.
Alright, so with what we got from the book, do I think that probably what it is we're in a demiplane, which according to the journal, we're in a demiplane, but it looks like if the demiplane were to go away, we would find ourselves in a volcano. Does that is that kind of what I'm piecing together, probably?
That's completely open for your interpretation.
Okay.
He can also see into the astral. Or ethereal, I mean. So maybe it's from something that's there that we're seeing.
Alright.
Just the boundaries of the pocket dimension.
Alright, so I'm trying to think of a way to get through this fire, because it sounds like it's not just like 10 or 15 feet, but it's significantly. So even if we were to, all of us take like the 10d10 damage, it would be more than just one round. Throw the party in the
portable hole, have Rocky bring us to the other side.
Yeah. That's what I think we would need to do too. Can we get,
How
is
long
that
can
a
you last?
Possibility?
How long can you last in the
so.
portable hole?
I don't think all of us can fit in. Maybe all of us can fit in.
We could all fit in the portable hole. We
Oh,
freaking...
by the way, sorry it took so long. I met this set of triplets there, and yeah, they're going to be sacrificed. So I offered them a bit of fun.
Alright,
while they're waiting to be
two
sacrificed.
people can fit in the portable hole.
Two people can't?
Well, I mean, you've got so much stuff in there. Probably, I'd say 2.
Alright, what if we dump some stuff out?
It'll be
Then
lost forever.
I'm sure that you guys could all fit in there.
Okay.
Only 10 minutes though before we start suffocating or something. I think it's like 10
Yeah.
minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think you're gonna have time. Because I only seen like one room that had didn't have lava in it.
Well, I almost think that...
Yeah, it's been about 30 minutes now too for that whole expedition.
Yeah, so our problem is we got with our holy weapon and with spells up. So my suggestion is the 4 of us get in the portable hole, and Rocky, maybe you and the dwarf, gold dwarf, go north, try to get us out, and just know that we have about 10 minutes before we start suffocating. So
Alright.
I mean,
If you want.
unless we...
Why
What?
don't you have him scout and find the dragon and then come back and get us? And then that would be better.
Okay, that's the other possibility, and
Right? I mean, if we lose a 5th level slot, we lose a slot. But
yeah, it's better
if
than
we all
dying.
get stuck
I
in
agree.
lava, that's probably worse than losing a slot.
Yeah, you're probably right. Yeah, I was just trying to think of some way to salvage it. But, yeah.
Yeah, I'm good with just sitting here and like carving a wooden dog until he finds a way in there.
Yeah, because I don't know of any other way that we can do this unless somebody else has another idea.
Is your wall of force able to be put in like a hamster bubble?
Yes.
Can it be
Yeah, the
moved?
Yeah, I don't know if it can be moved.
No, I think there is a spell that can do that though. It's not Wall of Force though.
Odalix Resilient Sphere? Anybody?
No, Wall of Force can be turned into a bubble. It says in the description.
It doesn't move though.
Yeah, that's the problem.
It doesn't
with
like
Wall of
roll
Force.
along the ground like a hamster ball.
That'd be cool though.
There is a
That
spell
was-
like that though. There is a hamster ball spell like that. I can't remember which one it is.
It's Autolux Resilience here.
Yeah. A leech resilient hamster ball.
Yes.
As far as you guys can tell, you would need to dive into the lava to get through, or you could very quickly dash to an area before everyone suffocates in the portable hole.
Right. So I guess we'll have Rocky. Can you try to find a place to get us through? And
All right.
try to
We'll
plan
go
on
north
using the
this
portable
time.
hole. And how far did you go? Did you go like?
Maybe about like 100 feet.
Oh, okay. Because I tried to message, it couldn't get you, and it has 100.
Pretty sure it's more than a foot of solid stone.
Yeah, you're right. Okay. Right. Okay, then, yeah, just because of the time aspect, let's just, guess try to be quick, but I know it's lava, and you're slow in that, so. Alright.
All right.
Okay.
Off
Go
to the
be
north
scout.
to go then.
All
Hey,
right.
I'm Dash. Woo.
Baroque, he just like steps back. Are you sure this is a good idea?
Do you have a better
No.
idea? You are a gold dragon, so I know you're very smart than us mortals, so if you have a better
Right.
idea, please let us know.
Well, I'm not too keen on splitting the party, that's all. It could be dangerous if the two of us are caught by who knows what's in there, then, well, we're toast. Well, not toast. Soup, I guess.
So are you suggesting that we all get into the portable hole to start with?
He shrugs his shoulders. I don't know. As long as we don't separate, I'm happy.
How about I do this? Why don't I cast Viz on Rocky, which will last 10 minutes, and he'll have the portable hole with us in it, and then maybe that would help.
Are you
then
concentrating on a spell for somebody else?
No, it would just be on you.
You cast what, sorry?
Invisible person? Invisibility?
Invisibility. Okay.
So that Rocky, you would be invisible.
We'll drop
Maybe that
Foresight though.
No, foresight is not concentration.
Yeah, foresight's not concentration.
That's
spell.
that's the beauty of foresight. And do you guys want to try that and get in
I
the
mean,
portable hole? Just know that Rocky, first thing you got to do if we run into anything now, you just get us out of the portable hole. When he opens the portable hole, does he have to pull us out, or do we?
He
or can he just like?
has to use an action to unfold it,
Okay.
You guys can climb out.
and it has to be in a place that can fit a 6-foot diameter circle, basically.
Sure, I'm game. It's wacky. We might die. Risk of death. Count me in.
Okay, I mean, I can do that, and I'll cast again. I'll cast Invis on Rocky, and he'll have the portable hole, and then he'll head north through here with the intention of, as soon as he gets to a place that's not in there, he can unfold it, and then we can get out.
All right. You guys spread open the portable hole, and
Take a deep breath.
take a deep breath. So you got 10 minutes. And then if you start to suffocate, you can always just force your way out. So
All right.
the whole round can jump in it. There we go.
Okay.
Alright, you guys all jump in. Just pretend you're going with Rocky now. And Rocky, you dive down into the lava tunnels.
All right.
You see,
This is
Off we go,
Wait,
double
before
time.
he heads off, can I give him a long shot or two?
sure.
Make
Ooh,
him
there
go
we
a
go.
little faster.
Alrighty, you find numerous intersecting passages. The ceilings are barely your height. There are several passages of smooth rock here, and you sort of come to some dead ends, and then you don't. And you find a bit of a raised platform now. You come up
Open
out
the
of the
hole.
lava, and you open the hole up. Everyone peers up to find dry land. But again, you're surrounded by churning lava. So these areas, they sort of raise down and the ceiling lowers, so there's basically no gap between the ceiling and the lava on the edges of these rocky precipices, and same with the floor. It's also completely consumed by lava. So you can't really see these other areas from where you're standing per se, but you would be able to if you just stood down onto the steps. Or you could...
Good place to point our breath, to catch your breath and not back in.
Yeah, as you look out onto the room, you see the body of a dead Githyanki. He is just laying on the ground. He has an axe in his hand, and you look down, sort of, if you peer into this lava here, you see like this sort of melted slag of just the shapes of warriors, of their weapons and armor. They've just been like melted onto the ground here and stuck here in these vague humanoid shapes, like they've completely melted in the lava. Unable to tell exactly what creatures they are, because the only thing that's remaining of them is armor and weapons
metal.
that sort of melted. It's not hot enough to melt it down to a liquid, but it sure was hot enough to melt away any bones or flesh.
Someone was having a picnic down there and they melted.
The axe in question, it looks magnificent. It truly looks magnificent. It's solid gold. It's got to have more than 100 different colored gemstones studded into it.
Okay, and Rocky, hold off 1 second. So when you say that the axe, where is the axe right now?
Maharu's sitting on it. It's here.
Okay, all right, so it's right here.
Yeah, a Githyanki warrior clad in plate mail, looks like he was like wielding it, and he has suffered some ill fate here. You're not really sure how he died. You'd have to sort of inspect it closer.
Might be cursed, so I would recommend not touching it. Rocky, do you see anything true sight on the axe?
I see it's an axe.
Yeah, you're not seeing anything further.
No magical
Is it
stuff
magical?
flying off it.
Well, it's not detect magic, it's true sight. Two
Yeah.
different things. You don't see the arcane
Sure.
weave with true sight.
Looks magical to me.
It does look magical. It looks...
It's gold and it's an axe. It's got to be magical. Gold isn't hard enough to make a weapon.
by the look of it, you immediately tell it is magical.
Okay. Well, you mean to mage hand it into the bag of holding, or what do we do?
That would be my suggestion. I just don't want to touch it immediately. That could have been what killed it, Yankee.
Okay. Mage hand it into
Right.
the bag of holding.
What killed the Githyanki?
Make
Or is he
a
just
medicine
a
check.
corpse?
Alright, you've got it. Something has bludgeoned his head into a pulp.
Okay.
He got sat on by a T-Rex.
And when you cast Identify, you have to touch the item, don't you?
Yep. Invisibility is worn off now too.
Okay.
Alright, you guys hopping back in the bag?
Yep.
Alright. Zoop.
Alrighty, back into the portable hole you guys go. And I'll just presume you're in there as Rocky continues to traverse these corridors.
Uh,
Alright,
bring him
Ricky,
out over here.
You come into another area here, and you can see another Githyanki here. He also looks like he's been bludgeoned to death. He's got a great sword sitting on the ground next to him, and he's wearing plate mail. You see a caved-in passage here and some sort of apparatus in the room above you.
Can we get out of the hole over there?
Yep.
Can we see through the...
You guys can't see through. Well, if he wants to lay it down, then yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'll let it down so they can get out. And I have Mr. Move Earth guy.
Oh yeah, you can try and force your way out.
No, I asked him if he's letting us out. He said he was.
Yeah.
So.
Well, you can't actually ask him because he can't hear you.
Well, no, I said once I get over
out
here,
of game, I asked
hold
him if
on
he
to
laid
get
it
him
down and let me out, so I knew whether or not to get out.
Alright.
So as soon as we get out of the lava there, I open it up and let them out.
Okay. You lay it down
Can
on
we
the
see-
ground again. You'd have to lay it over here. And yeah, you just see like a collapsed passageway. There's 2 or 3 feet of stone leading into another chamber here.
We can wiggle through there, though.
Yeah. It's 2 or 3 feet and the ceiling is 10 feet high.
Is it all bright light in here?
Yeah, the lava is causing everything to have a very bright glow. And yeah, we should be
We're
over
gonna
here
move
now.
up and let
Mahara.
Maharo go first.
Yep.
Alright,
I'll grab the portable hole.
as you move up, you see some sort of strange contraption here. Sort of looks like a furnace. There is a turning wheel here and a square steel chamber. Well, there's a bellows, and the lava is rolling around in this water wheel. You also see passages leading off in all other directions.
I get the portable hole, by the way, just so you know we don't leave it.
Yeah, good idea.
I would presume you pick it up after you take it
Okay,
off.
alright. So, is this grab? So this is being turned? It's almost like just a version of like a water wheel,
Yeah,
except with
exactly.
a lava wheel?
Exactly, a lava wheel. And the flow seems to be headed to the east here through a tunnel.
Is there anything in that room, Mahari?
It goes around. It looks like I see a door.
Yeah, you see
Alright,
a couple
so
of rooms here.
You want to go through the door here, guys?
Yeah.
Alright. So. And let me make a perception check, just to make sure no traps or anything. And though I'm flying, but not everybody's flying.
Oh, look, yeah.
Alrighty, you look around for traps. You look at the door. You see a large tunnel of lava to the south, and the doors themselves, they just seem to be wooden doors with iron bands.
I mean, we can open doors, but I suspect that the dragon's not going to be hanging out behind closed doors.
Well, let's ask Monty and make a deal.
Does this go down, Seb?
Yeah, you see like there's this sulfuric gas churning up from this area, and it seems like it would be very toxic. However, with your hero's feast, you're not feeling any ill effects.
Yeah. Not everybody has that advantage. So why don't we start with the door?
Alright. Anything special about the door?
It's wood.
There's nothing
In a
special
place
about
that's
it.
really hot.
That's the thing. There's nothing special about it. It's just a wooden door.
Okay, let's open it up.
Alrighty.
Okay, I'll push it.
You open it up and you see what looks like some sort of workshop. There are weapons laying on benches and armor hanging on the wall, and a small brazier that's unlit inside. And two Githyanki warriors just quickly turn around to you, and without a second notice, they grab their weapons and attack. Without being provoked whatsoever. They wear full plate mail and carry great swords. They've grabbed great swords off the benches here. You hit for 15 piercing. And you hit him again for 11. And a 33 hits for 20 points of damage. And bonus action hits for 9. At the end of your turn, let's have a look here. Okay. I guess Yankee teleports right next to you, Corwin. Using a legendary action. This guy, you recognize him. He was Kakareka, the leader of the Githyanki warband that you saw when you very first entered Avernus.
Oh, I remember him.
I'll show you a handout of him as well. He looks like the center one of that handout that I showed you guys. The guy in the middle. And he just seemingly like teleported straight through the walls. And as he gets here, he will attack Corwin with his first attack. 24 hits.
Are you there, Corwin?
Is he muted?
He's hit for
Talking again?
51 points of damage. And if he's not here, I'm just gonna have to deduct it. Alright, he makes his second attack on Krusk. It's a miss.
Can I also provoke on him from Sentinel?
Sure. That's a crit. Alright, you hit him for 34, 41, 44 points of damage. Alright, he will make his third attack on Rocky.
Good for him.
Yes. And then he does his fourth attack on Corwin. And hits. For 32 points of damage. I'm just going to deduct it because I don't think he's here. And then he ends his turn.
Sick him, Krusk.
Krusk.
Yeah, I will definitely swing at him. Let's try and weapon. Oh,
A 13 is a miss.
Ow, swing better.
An 18 misses.
oh, jeez. Okay, here we go.
That's a crit. For 41 points of damage. Is that right? No, 51 points
Nope,
of damage.
51.
51. And again.
A 22 misses.
Oh, really? Alright.
And he will use his reaction to parry a 23.
Alright. I will action surge for another 75.
29 hits for 32 damage. It's a crit for 53. $17 is a miss. A 30 hits. And you just whip the grave around and slit his throat.
You didn't save any for me. But
Alright.
that's okay, there's more.
1, 2, 3, 4. There's one more attack in me plus a bonus action. So, yeah, go right for it. And step right into the fray. Sorry, forgot to press and attack the guy due north of me there.
25 hits for 31 points.
And then bonus action on him again, and because there was a dead guy. Yeah.
And it's a crit for 67 points of damage.
And we see the combined power of both weapon. Alright.
Ivan.
Okay, so right there, him. I'm going to put Hex on.
Now Hex goes on.
Yep. And going to Eldritch Blast him. And miss.
First one is a miss. Second beam hits him for 14 damage. The third beam hits him and snaps his neck.
Alright, that's what I want to see. That's 30. And without the 2 points.
And I
So
hit
just
him for 15 force.
Yep, and I push him back 10. So
You
push him back.
just smash him into this bench and weapons go flying off the ground. Breaks the bench a little bit.
Okay, and I'm done. Ending my movement.
Rocky.
Alrighty. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And that's one of those other little gifty things.
It's
You know,
Yankee.
I'm gonna try this just to see. I'll try to banish him.
Alrighty, he makes a charisma save. And you hear a pop.
Alright.
And I presume
He's
you're going
gone
to
forever.
hold concentration on it.
Yep, for a minute.
Alrighty, he does not come
As
back.
we leave the room. Huh.
I believe he's gone back to the astral plane.
Awesome. And if any of you guys want to go home, let me know. I'll send you.
Alright, you guys get oh no, wait. 3,500 XP each. You hear this like loud grunt. And then there's
What do you want, Krusk?
disembodied voice surrounds you. Interesting. It says.
Thank you. This voice is interesting too. Who are you?
You don't get a response when you ask who it is.
Where are you?
No response.
When are you? Alright. Well, I got a pretty good idea of who it is. Shall we go explore another room, or somebody want to loot this place?
Are there any weapons that look that might be valuable?
The great swords that the Githyanki wear, they look very special indeed. All three of them. They're these wicked curved silver blades.
I can't tell on the lighting. Is this another door? Or is that just a
Yeah,
chest?
there's a door there. I don't think this grid is exactly snapped on, but it's fine. Alright, you just see an empty chamber here, a 10-foot square room that's completely empty.
I take a peek, is it?
It is.
Okay.
There's nothing in here. Completely bare
Empty
room.
So while they're doing that, I give Corwin Aura Vitality of 64 points.
Okay. Is he even here?
Yeah, he's here now.
I am now.
Alrighty. You got 64 healing, Corwin. You got hit a few times while you were gone.
I should have cast shield.
Well,
Should have, but you didn't think of it.
yeah, if you're not here, then yeah, you should try and stay in the game. If not, I'm not going to control your character. So, and yeah, one of the attacks was a 31, so you ain't shielding that. Alright. So, you guys look around the room. This is some sort of workshop. You see suits of plate mail and dozens of red rubies scattered around the tables. It looks like some of the suits of plate mails, they don't have the rubies set into them, as if they were placing the rubies into the armor.
Do we have any idea what the rubies do? Because I remember when we had the time we fought these guys, a quote-unquote friendly fight, when we defeated them, they made a point of gathering the rubies after the fact. I remember that.
You think there's probably about 20,000 GP worth of rubies? Do you think they're very valuable?
They're probably good spell holders too.
Alright, can we
I am.
grab those and throw those? Collect them?
I grabbed
Alright,
one and
So the
toss
actual, the rubies themselves that are scattered around the benches, there are 5,000 GP of rubies.
Okay.
And then the rubies that are studded into the armor, including the ones that are already in the armor that the three dead, or the two Githyankis wear, you think that's worth another 15,000. Like
I grabbed one of them and chucked them to my friend. Here you go, have a bite to eat.
two sets of gem studded plate mail. One of them 5,000 and the other one 10,000. Not only that, the armor that Kakal Rekka was wearing, it looks magical. And he also has a magic cloak and a magic ring on.
Okay. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to
So you guys taking
write all
it
this down. Yeah, I would
Alright.
assume we're taking.
The long strider and the holy weapon has vanished now. It's been an hour. But you take all the plate mail off, and you take the cloak off and the ring off.
Okay, so it's magic plate.
Yeah, magic plate mail,
Looks
magic
like a
ring,
good place for a short rest.
and magic cloak from Kakareka. You guys are really starting to feel the heat now. In fact, you've been here long enough that I need those of you that don't have immunity or resistance to fire damage make a constitution save.
Rocky's long strider's probably still up because
Yeah, Rocky's long strider is still up. He's got another 20 minutes. No, 40 minutes on that.
You guys want to take a long rest and identify our magic stuff? Or not long, but short, I mean.
Now, you guys are doing okay in the heat. You got resistance, Krusk?
I don't.
Give me a con
Oh,
save.
sorry.
He did.
Yep.
23.
I'm
Oh
there.
yeah, I know. Wait, so who's missing there?
Me.
I have resistance, so
okay,
I didn't
yeah,
need
you
to
guys
make
are
it.
good. Yeah, you guys are good. And obviously, Baroque is not affected.
Yeah.
You guys are doing okay. You're not really feeling the heat too much.
Okay, so just curious, it's magic plate, magic cloak, and a magic sword.
Magic ring, and there are 3 magic greatswords. Just note that they're all from the Githyanki.
3 magic greatswords.
Yeah.
They're silver greatswords. Right?
Yeah.
3 magic silver greatswords.
I stopped flying. Oops.
Okay. And Gith, sorry, I'm typing as fast as I can. Just have to put special notes so we remember. Alright, and then my only thing with taking a rest is that I think the heat will overcome us.
You're not really feeling that. You think you'd have to be in here for several more hours for the heat to overcome you.
Oh, okay. Alright.
Or even longer for it to truly overcome you.
Then I'll leave that to you guys if you want to take a short rest in here.
I'm
I'd
game.
like to see what we got.
So if we close the doors, will that keep some of the heat out?
You don't
Make it
think
a little
so?
more comfortable in the room? What if I cast air conditioning?
You feel like you're standing on the edge of a volcano, put it that way.
Tiny hut? Anyone bring a tiny hut?
We don't have any.
Oh yeah, we don't have a wizard.
Don't have a wizard. Yep. So we have some identity scrolls, and
Alright, so you guys are taking a short rest.
do you guys want to take a short rest? I think we should continue, but we can take a short rest. That's what you guys want to do.
It's a pretty good spot to do it, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, if we're gonna do it, might as well do it here.
Alright. First of all, the heat persists. Everyone make another constitution save against this heat. Unless you have resistance or immunity to fire damage. It does feel like it's starting to drain you a little bit more, but you're all okay. None of you get any ill effects from that. During the rest, I need everybody that doesn't have the hero's feast to make me a constitution save. Again,
Okay, so that's
a different
me
constitution.
and
This one
Rock.
is against poison.
All right, 1 second. So Constitution.
Yeah, and Rocky, you have advantage. All right, and also Baroque. I'm giving one for him. All right, so like you're not nothing comes your way during this rest. You're not interrupted in any way, but Ivan
Fumes.
and Baroque, yeah, these toxic fumes, they sort of get to you, and you take some poison damage. This is for Baroque. He takes 22 poison damage, and Ivan, you take 15 poison damage, and you're poisoned. You really
have the
start
poison?
to feel ill. Yeah. So that sort of happens like near the end of the long rest. And meanwhile, so So you guys can go ahead and like burn hit dice. You guys want to identify magic items. So you can each pick an item and identify it.
What do we have?
All right.
And you guys
I'll do
get back. You guys get back any spell slots, and just those of you that are sorcerer warlocks, I think that's just you, Corwin. Just keep in mind that you can't convert warlock spell slots into sorcery points. So if you want to burn any warlock slots before you rest, now is a good time.
Okay. I cast Comprehend Languages on myself.
Alrighty. I think
You know what? I'll cast Protection from Good and Evil.
Can they rest while they're eating?
I think that only lasts
Like
for an
another
hour,
hero's
right?
feast.
Hey, Protection from Good and Evil lasts 10 minutes.
Oh, well, it's not going to help then. If you have any useful spells, then you can
I
cast
don't
them.
have any use.
Yeah.
Alright, Rocky, you want to do a hero's feast?
I could do a hero's feast at the start of our rest there, and we could.
You have to do it at the end now because you guys have already rested. You can't cast spells while you're short resting. But you can certainly do that afterwards. But first of all, you guys have just finished a short rest, so everyone pick a magic item and you can identify it.
I got
All
the
right.
Which one do you have, Mario?
The ring that was on
On the
On the big-
gift? It's a ring of protection.
Shocking.
Shocking revelation there, ring of protection.
And do the gold axe.
And if you didn't want to identify an item, if you wanted to like unattune to an item, you could do that instead.
No, because then we'd have to spend time attuning again to something else.
Well, obviously, yeah, you got to spend 2 rest.
So yeah. So I will
That
do
was
the
more
gold
directed
axe.
towards Ivan, who tried to unattune.
Was there armor? I'll check out the armor.
Alright, the armor is +3 plate mail.
Son of a bitch. Sorry, I didn't freaking... I thought I hit save, and I didn't, so everything I put in there I lost. So we got...
There's only a
Magic,
few things, right?
I know, but still, 3.
Alright, so Maharu investigated the ring, and Krusk...
There's a cloak, right?
Yeah.
No, I'll do the cloak.
Alright, Gorn does the cloak, and it's a cloak of protection.
Imagine that.
Wow, that was I'm kind of surprised.
I got a gold axe.
You want to identify the axe, Rocky?
Yep.
Okay. You're gonna like this one. It's not just an axe. It's an artifact. It's the axe of dwarvish lords.
Ooh.
Does require attunement.
As
And has a story about it, which I'm going to read to you. Seeing the peril his people faced, a young dwarf prince came to believe that his people needed something to unite them. Thus, he set out to forge a weapon that would be such a symbol. Venturing deep under the mountains, deeper than any dwarf had ever delved, the young prince came to the blazing heart of a great volcano. With the aid of Moradin, the dwarven god of creation, he first crafted 4 great tools: the brutal pick, the Earthheart forge, the anvil of songs, and the shaping hammer. With them he forged the axe of the dwarvish lords. Armed with the artifact, the prince returned to the dwarf clans and brought peace. His axe ended grudges and answered slights. The clans become allies, and they threw back their enemies and enjoyed an era of prosperity. This young dwarf is remembered as the first king, When he became old, he passed the weapon, which had become his badge of office, to his heir. The rightful inheritors passed the axe on for many, many generations. But later, in a dark era marked by treachery and wickedness, the axe was lost in a bloody civil war fomented by greed for its power and the status it bestowed. Centuries later, the dwarves still search for the axe, and many adventurers have made careers of chasing after rumors and plundering old vaults to find it. The Axe of the Dwarvish Lords is a magic weapon that grants a +3 bonus to attack rolls and damage rolls. It's also a belt of dwarven kind, a dwarven thrower, and a sword of sharpness. It also has 2 minor beneficial properties, 1 major beneficial property, and 2 minor detrimental properties that you don't know until you attune to. And if you are a dwarf, you also have immunity to poison, your dark vision increases by 60 feet, and you have proficiency with artisans' tools related to blacksmithing, glowing stone, masonry. You can also conjure an earth elemental, and you can also try and teleport underground with it. However, if you're not a dwarf, you're going to have some big trouble with this axe. It will curse you, and it's probably the worst curse that you can get. Every day, your appearance and stature becomes more dwarf-like, and then after 7 days, you look like a dwarf, but you don't get any of the benefits.
You still can't use the axe.
There are benefits?
Oh, guess who's getting saltpeter in his breakfast tomorrow?
I'll take that axe. I'm the only rightful dwarf here that should wield it.
Sure. You're not even a dwarf.
Just joking.
I thought so. Here, have a ruby.
Yeah, I'm putting Rocky down for the Axe of the Dwarvish Lords. Issue with that.
I think so, yeah. Do you want this +3 plate mail as well, Rocky?
Yeah, I got a +5 plate mail.
Alright. Anybody want this +3 then? I don't need it.
Yeah, the answer is, nobody. Because the only 2 people that can wear plate are you and Rocky.
Alright, there we go. In the hole.
What is the, with the plate mail that has the diamonds in, or the rubies in them, was that the +3 plate mail?
Yeah, that was a +3 plate mail.
Okay, is there anything that the rubies
It's worth 15.
do?
It's worth, it's worth 10,000 GP. No, they're like ornamental, and they're worth a hell of a lot. Like, to these Githyankies, it's worth a lot. 10,000 gold pieces.
Okay.
Oh, well, I could always swap my crappy regular plate mail for 10,000 GP shiny plate mail.
It's completely studded with 100 rubies.
Well, then we would always have them on hand, in case we got robbed. We could always sell the rubies. I'm trying to play lawful evil here.
Yeah. And the only other magic item, I believe, is one of the 3 silver greatswords. Is that correct?
Baroque will look at that if you want. Ain't much use to us. Seems you have to have some sort of psionic power. And it's a greater silver sword. It can only be attuned by a creature with psionic abilities. It's a +3 great sword, and it gives Githyanki advantage on intelligence, wisdom, and charisma saves, immunity to being charmed, and resistance to psychic damage. Also, if you're on the astral plane and they're there through astral projection, you can cut their silvery cord and they'll be killed instantly.
Drift away.
They'll be killed instantly or drift away. Their physical body will die on the material plane or whatever plane they shifted from, but not much use on this plane of existence, especially if you don't have any psionic abilities.
Were each one of those rubies, were they 100 GP each?
Yeah, there's 5,000 GP worth of loose rubies. A set of plate mail worth 5,000 GP, started with rubies, and then Cacao Wrecker's +3 plate is worth 10,000 GP. Right. It's probably actually worth way more than that because it's +3 plate.
Yeah. Yes.
Alrighty, with the end of that rest, we'll wrap up today's session here. Owen's got to go to bed as well.
Yeah, he's not the
bedtime.
only one. Yeah.
There you go. Awesome.
Do we get
We'll
another
decide
boon?
next week if we want to wait here another 2 hours.
Yeah, you guys got another boon.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Sweet.
Yep, you should be on. I think like the XP is like reset back to 4,000 after the boon.
Yep.
All right,
Yeah.
everyone, take it easy.
All right.
Adios.
Good night.
3.
Think about
Hey,
another
guys.
boon, and we'll find out what you guys got
Seven.
next session. Who knows what anyone will get? It could be anything.
Boom.
See you guys then. Take care.
Invincibility.
Can I get a boon of attunement slots?
If
That's
only.
a good idea. Yeah, should do one.
An extra 2-minute slot, yeah.
One more slot.
two.
That'd be worth it.
Maybe when you get some more boons.
Maybe when we run out of these wounds. We'll get
All right,
Once you get
take
every
it
other
easy,
boon,
guys.
It's a possibility.
All of my boons are about skin.
So should we all
Giggity.
just take boon of the fire soul and be immune, and then just be able to get
yeah.
out of here?
That's what I thought everyone was
Yeah,
gonna take. That's what I was saying.
That's